And we should be golden.
Hell yeah.
Need to make sure things are showing. Where are the people? Okay, yeah, we be livin'.
Baba Booey.
Nice.
Oh, and let's see where the chatter's.
Right out the
Hey,
fucking gate.
we got a Callan. Welcome to the party, Callan. And just gonna post to let people know we're live.
We are streaming to the Green Ronin YouTube as well.
It's like I got an email that someone had added a channel, but it was before you joined, so I was like, who did this?
Oh yeah, they make you do it kind of right at the beginning of the
Yeah. Cool. All right. And we're live. Ba boom, ba boom. Va boom, va boom. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab the restream chat feature so that we're
Trombones this time.
I guess that'd be a trombone, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It is now.
All right, the test technically went through. I wrote test instead of test, but what are you gonna do? I pull up my prep sheet because I closed that when I restarted my computer. Excited.
Let's do things.
Yeah,
Let's
I've
jingle these
been-
fucking bells.
I've been looking forward to this since I think the first time I heard that we might be doing it.
Yeah, me too. I was looking forward to getting together with everyone. Also, do we have a FU budget?
Not for us, but we are streaming to the Green Ronin channel, so I think we should be mindful of that.
Yeah, I say
I'm gonna
one.
say all the slurs.
One.
Whoa, whoa!
It's escalating.
Red card.
Yeah, let's
Right
just
on the
do
field.
no trombones this time, right? No. But let's just each of us have one FU budget to spend, one FU point.
All right.
Marvel, huh?
Okay, it's a PG-13 then.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah.
PG-13.
We're each allotted one, so that's a very generous budget for.
I was gonna say that is
by
more
film
than a
standards.
PG-13 movie,
Yeah.
actually. So
It is, yeah. We're being generous during the holiday season.
yeah, screw the movies. All right, cool. Well, I think that's enough. Enough time. Oh wait, Callan
Enough
has
with
the
the jibba
stolen
jabba.
missing tea. Spill the tea. All right, let me close this. Oh, I forgot to post this to Facebook. Let's just let them know that we're here and we're live and we're alive. All right. Welcome, friends, and those joining in today. This is the Redacted Rangers holiday special for the Masks and Mayhem podcast, and titled "Making Spaceships Bright." Oh wait, why didn't the image show up? I had it all prepared.
Oh,
Well,
Festive.
now it's not gonna be bright.
Yeah, it's gonna be making spaceships mildly glow.
They do that.
And so, just a little intro, since I know we also are streaming to the Green Ronin publishing channel, that the Masks and Mayhem podcast is a Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition podcast, actual play. And while normally our episodes are edited and recorded, we do the occasional live stream, including this, which is actually the first time we've done a live stream that acts as a sequel to a pre-recorded show. In this case, it is the Redacted Rangers, who are a group of villains who are recruited by the government to do, kind of black ops events. In the case of this particular group, last seen in our Redacted Rangers miniseries, Operation Sunset, they were at the end of that released from their service by the Greek god Dionysus. And so now we're all able to go kind of their own separate ways, with the help of the lawyer Josh Goldberg, who helped them
Josh.
go Josh, who helped them with kind of staying out of prison after that unceremonious release from prison. And so we're going to be catching up with them just ever so shortly. But first, before we really get into that, let's go over our characters for the day. My name is RC. I will be playing the game master, all of the NPCs that you see throughout the day. Let me go clockwise with Jordan here.
Howdy, I am. My name is Jordan. I'm currently, I guess, a writer on this project, and I work with my husband on a project called The Adventurers Tavern. Our current interest is in developing our own worlds for several different RPG platforms, particularly 5e. But one of our main interests is making tabletop role playing as accessible as possible, finding ways that you can get more people at the table, so to speak. Um, Other than that, I've been friends with one of our game masters, Pope, for a very long time. He is one of my number one creative partners, and RC was kind enough to invite me into the fold. So I have gotten to write for this story, and hopefully will be directing my own quests sometime in the next year. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going clockwise then.
Alrighty. I'm sure if you're here, you have seen my ugly mug once or twice. Today I will be playing Equinox. I also am Yardak on our regular stream, and if you haven't listened to it, then I'm not sure how you got here, but glad you are. And outside of playing Fishboy, I do some streaming on Twitch at Crash and Thrashin'. And I sometimes get RC to hop in to kill some zombies every now and again, but otherwise I do play with Callum, who was in the chat today, and I think that's about it. Be nice to myself. Thanks, Rachel.
All right,
Nice.
and last but not least,
It is I, the least of us. My name's Troy Hewitt, and I work for Green Ronin Publishing as kind of the community nerd and communications guy. And I am I've known to do a guest spot here and there, and I enjoy being a guest here with these fine folk, these recalcitrants. This is a really fun series, and when RC said, "Hey, how about some Christmas time fun?" I was in to reprise my role as Pintar of Celtron 3, who's your kind of classic gray alien with who was in prison for a long time. Not necessarily with these folks, but in the same prison. I was a super maximum. I basically hate humans and want my ship back.
all right.
And
And actually, I realized let's kind of go reverse clockwise then for everyone to get their player characters in a little bit. I was going to do reverse clockwise to go back to Dan because I don't think Dan, did you talk about Equinox?
I mean, I said that I'm playing Equinox, but I get more about him.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. Quick and dirty backstory. He is from a family of magic users. His mother and father were killed trying to protect him. He is now on a never-ending search for their killer or killers. We don't know. And he has the power of light and shadows, which comes into using a bow made of condensed shadow, and he also can make blades of solidified light.
All right, and Jordan?
All right. I am playing the Slugger, who I am super excited to be jumping back in and running around as. The Slugger is, for lack of a better term, a mutant born in the sewers. He lives in a place called the Underground, which is a city with a population of well over 1 million, and there are a lot of mutants living down there. The unfortunate ones end up sick. He's one of the finger quotes here fortunate ones because he wound up with some measure of superpowers. He is very, very tough. He is very strong and quick, and he is also a world-class martial artist because he found himself a really, really skilled teacher. He wound up in the pardon me, what's I'm drawing a blank in the organization right now. Who took him captive?
Oh, the Majestic 12.
The Majestic 12, thank you. The Majestic 12 took him into custody well over 3 years ago because he has the Slugger has a little companion, a younger brother, basically, named Mose. And Mose got arrested by the cops because he was topside, and mutants aren't allowed topside. And everybody between the Slugger and Mose had to go on the floor, and so he made that happen. And he beat up a lot of people in order to get his buddy free, and he went to prison for a while for it.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
last we left off, he fought a god with these fine folks.
Exactly.
As one does.
That's
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Last, they were recruited to fight the Greek god Dionysus in Sunset Beach, Florida, after which they were released, as previously mentioned. Last little bit for the uninitiated, Mutants and Masterminds 3rd Edition is a D20-based role-playing game system using a special damage mechanic, which makes it a little bit different than the rest because it does not involve hit points, but a sort of resistance check-based system. And let me see here. One last thing before we jump into it. We have a little bit of a nicely made credit sequence, which I'm going to credit our own Pope Brandon Brownson for making. So let's run the credits. All right. So
Love that. That was so great.
God, I hate you for making me want to go back to Lancaster.
all right. And so as we fade in, we are in a nice office building in a high rise in Sunset Beach, Florida, where the lawyer Josh Goldberg is sitting at his desk looking over some papers. Well, it seems here, Pintar, I have been able to get in contact with some of your former compatriots. If you're interested in proceeding forward with your proposed mission, I think they might be ready to go.
I am ready.
Let's say Josh Goldberg is a little bit of an older-looking man, despite being a young man, but is a very, very capable lawyer. You know him as previously being the lawyer for William Wallace Wondertainment III, who he eventually just broke ties with at the end of the last adventure for his shenanigans.
Is that the first time I've seen Josh Goldberg art? 'Cause I
Yes.
don't think I've seen. Yeah, I was like, wait a fucking second.
Oh, there's your one.
Oh no, I wasted it on that.
All right. And so, yes, Josh Goldberg is looking up at you, Pintar, who is a, like a 6 foot tall, gray skinned alien with large beady eyes, wearing a sort of jumpsuit. And how do you respond to Mr. Goldberg's inquiry?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I said, yes, I'm ready. Let us. Well, what are we in? What are we doing? Are we in a.
A high rise.
Well, right now you're in a high rise. You're in Goldberg's high rise office in Sunset Beach.
Well, let us to the elevator and get into the vehicle and go. We need to pick these people up and get my shit back.
All right. And as you're kind of heading towards the elevator, tell me a little bit about what Pintar has been up to. Because right now it's December of 2023, and the last we saw was him back in March of 2023. What has he done these last 9 months as he's tried to unsuccessfully get his way home?
Yeah, well, I think that he would debate whether he's been successful or not, or if this is just the next step in a plan that has been unfolding over this time. I think that the other thing, Pintar will have begrudgingly been sort of influenced by his compatriots after the last battle and seeing how kind of canny everybody was, and maybe he's not quite as human hating, and I think he's a little bit fond of his of the humans he worked with, primarily because Slugger, I don't know if you knew this, but you don't know this now that I'm saying it, but Pintar has a background in music, and so he's been I'll say I've been scouting out, trying to figure out where all of the kind of holes are in this organization's storage facilities, and just trying to figure out exactly where things are, while listening to a lot of music, and then also listening to some of my music as well. So that's what I've been up to.
Okay, so you've been getting to know a little more about human culture, but ultimately trying to get your way out of human culture.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, excellent. And we're going to fade away from Sunset Beach as Mr. Goldberg and Pintar prepare to gather the troops, so to speak, to a little town known as Tremont Falls, Virginia. And as we're fading in, we see
Where have we heard of that small town before?
we see a young, brash Trevor Bennett, also known as Equinox. Trevor, tell me what you're up to currently, and what you've tell me what you've been up to these last 9 months since getting out of the Redacted Rangers and successfully, due to Goldberg's help, staying out of prison.
Well, one, happy to be out of prison and not gonna go back. Not saying I won't do anything that won't put me back, but I will not be going back. So that's a fight in and of itself. And as much as I enjoyed my little companions and our adventures that we had, the second I was out of the Redacted Rangers, I fucking bailed. No, I did it again. I freaking bailed and immediately went back on the search for the person or persons who have killed my parents, because that is what led me to be incarcerated in the first place, were the choices that I made while trying to find them.
All right. And then I imagine basically like Goldberg got you out, you have his contact information, but you pretty much bailed. You're not really like keeping in contact, once you found out that you didn't have to go back to prison.
Yeah. I'm like, thanks for that. Bye.
Bye. Okay. And you're in Tremont Falls, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, just kind of been tracking sources of mystical energy.
And spooky stuff went down here.
Exactly. You heard about 2 years ago, there was a resurrected supernatural killer who went after a bunch of college kids. So you're kind of examining this land, this big plot of land where there's a mansion on it. And you're just going to kind of examining it for signs of ritual activity in the hopes that it may be connected to your parents' killer.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not really finding too much.
I thought it was a long shot, but I mean, I'm going to take any shot that I can. Part of being an archer, baby.
When suddenly you're getting a call on your phone.
Hello? No, he doesn't answer the phone like that.
Howdy.
Why would I say that?
Well, what do you say to answer?
Just a way more gruff. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Bennett. It's Mr. Goldberg. It's Josh Goldberg.
No.
Now, Mr. Bennett, please just take a moment to listen. I know you have not been particularly interested in keeping in contact. I've allowed you to go and keep on your own, but I have a special request for you that may be of interest.
It better be of a lot of goddamn interest, bud, because I got way more important things on my plate.
Well, I'm sure you remember, but your compatriot Pintar had decided to strike out on his own after your release, and since then has now come back to me as he needs assistance in retrieving his ship.
Yeah, I obviously I remember Pintar. Great guy, a lot of butt crack. All this, so we're gonna go get his car.
It's his way of being able to leave the planet, and in exchange, I have been doing research of my own that may be of benefit to your particular investigation. And I could be,
What do you know?
I could be persuaded to give you that information at no cost, were you to help Pintar with his mission.
That sounds like cost, but I'm striking out here. Fine.
All right, we'll have a vehicle inbound to you shortly. Then,
how do you know where I am?
You have a cell phone on you, Mr. Bennett.
Yeah, that's fair enough. They can do anything these days. I was like, don't you Suicide Squad me.
No. Josh Goldberg said no cost associated. No cost to him, at least.
That's the answer.
All right. And as we fade out from Tremont Falls, we fade into a little community not too far, actually, from Blackbrush, California, where the Big Iron prison that you were all incarcerated in is set. But this little community is kind of hidden out of the way. As we fade in on the Slugger, And what has the Slugger been doing in his time since his release?
Well,
I should say Blackbrush is in California, just to give you an idea of distance.
fair enough. So the thing with the Slugger is he doesn't exactly know where home is. He spent the majority of his life underground until very recently, making some forays into, a world where the sun in the sky hurts him.
Right.
So he essentially is trying to find home, for one thing. He's also incredibly wanted. He's a very dangerous man. He wandered west, however, because he has reason to believe through previous intel that the prison that he came from is out that way. And he also has heard rumor that there may be other mutants out there who did not come to be in the underground. They came to be by other means. And so he's out there looking for this alleged ghost town full of mutants.
Okay. And yes, I'd say you have had some success. They've been very closed off to you, however. You're an outsider despite your similarities.
Mhm.
So you've got to know a few of them, but not very much. And luckily, in regards to your fugitive status, you're no longer a wanted person because due to Josh Goldberg's clever legal works, you have been released from your custody.
Well, that may be, but everybody wants a piece of this.
Hey, that's fair. And so I imagine you're kind of out in the desert. You're probably just foraging really for sustenance at this point. As you're out on your own. And when suddenly a small you're looking up in the sky and you see this little pinpoint of light and it's getting closer and closer, and it's basically a small drone like the size of a person with a video screen on the front of it, and it begins to hover. And it begins to hover, and it stops, and you see Josh Goldberg's face pop up on the screen.
Ah, the liar. Hi, Josh.
Hello, Slugger. It's a pleasure to see you again. I have come with a request. I've tried to leave you to your own accord until this point. Will you listen for a moment?
I got nothing better to do, and I ate a cactus yesterday, so lay it on me.
I ate a cactus yesterday.
Well, what I can say is we have a mission for you, and with this mission comes all the cactuses or other food you'd prefer to eat.
I don't prefer to eat cactus. I really don't.
Well, it doesn't have to be cactus. I believe you remember your acquaintance Pintar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The little gray one.
The little gray one. He is attempting to get off-world, but due to the specific nature of how you ended your last mission, the Majestic 12 have not been forthcoming with giving him his ship back. Luckily, through some research, he has discovered the location of the ship and needs assistance with retrieving it. And if you were to provide this assistance, we'd be glad to get you transport to wherever you'd prefer to go next, as well as food and accommodations.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go home. I think I've seen what I need to see out here.
Okay, excellent. We will have a transport inbound to you shortly, and I look forward to seeing you.
I wish I could say the same.
All right, ta-ta for now. And the screen goes off. The drone flies away at like a breakneck speed, and for both Slugger and Equinox, it's not too long afterwards that a transport ship comes your way and lands to take you on. It's an unmanned. They're kind of an unmanned ship. And the two ships that you're on eventually connect with a third ship midair, and allowing all of you,
Transport?
allowing all
Why
three
can't
of
you
you,
use this thing to take his ass home?
this allows the three of you to all be in the same space again.
Humans. He
Sup,
says,
alien
dude?
trying to look enthusiastic.
Like we get on and Pintar's just in the corner like,
It is so good to see you again.
Alrighty, excellent. Josh Goldberg steps out. We will be on our way shortly towards the location. I will not be joining you on this mission as I am not a combat-oriented individual or a particularly skilled individual in the same way that you are, but I'm happy to have
No.
been service to get you all back together. I did reach out to Dr. Madnug. Unfortunately, they described themselves as being preoccupied with some important work in regards to their father's legacies. So I did not inquire further, and they disabled my drone.
You know, it probably took it out with another rocket arm.
That's not impossible. So that being said, I hope that you find the ride comfortable, and we will be there soon.
All right, let's get the show on the road. I got to do this so I can get my information from him.
Is this a
I mean,
smoking-friendly
it's nice
cabin?
To see y'all. It's nice to see y'all. It is, but this is definitely a work call.
All right. And so as you're heading there, you're kind of given a packet of information about the facility you're heading towards, kind of a general layout of the outside of the facility, though the satellites and whatnot that you have could not penetrate within to give you really an inside look. But Pintar, this would have been a facility that you originally discovered, basically, as you kind of made your way around the country, kind of scoping out different Majestic 12 facilities. You determined this one in northern Nevada was the most likely culprit to have your ship based on some energy signatures you found.
So yeah, so we're here because I believe that this is like the strongest space for it. Like, and is it also because you said energy signatures? So I have picked up on maybe remnants of my ship.
Exactly, the kind of energy that your ship puts out, it's giving a similar signal. You know, it's not impossible that it could be something else, but you don't believe that humans have reached the point where they would really be using a similar energy pattern.
Right. So it's basically Area 51. We're in Nevada.
Yeah, it's basically like a holding space for my ship toots.
Wait, they were telling the truth this whole time.
Yeah. Awesome. So, I'm going to describe to the humans, I believe that everything that he said, no, I'm just kidding. I believe that my ship is either here or this will lead us to where the ship is hidden. I have scoped out many a facility, and this one seems like the one that we should start at.
Fucking
What do we know about the facility itself? What kind of defenses?
Yeah.
Outside wise, you know that it's consistently what's what I'm looking for? It's consistently manned by groups of troops. You've definitely seen a lot of munitions going inside the facility, like big transport vehicles, bigger than a person, like not troop transports necessarily, go in and out of the facility though. And it's got some turrets on the outside, big kind of chain link fence going around it. But like
Would we say that it's like in the scope of being sort of, manned and guarded? Is it on the medium scale, or is it like more of a higher?
I would say this is kind of more of a storage facility, so far as you can tell. It's manned by active troops, but it does not. But it does not appear to be heavily armed. This is not, the same. This is not the same as the Big Iron or a major military installation. That's like the most. It's not the most
Fitted out. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna say to the humans, the only reservation I have is that it is not a supermax. There's not a lot of. I would expect more people to be here to protect against someone's like us to steal it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say the one other thing you've taken notice of though is the amount of people going in does not, and in terms of like going in, coming out, that ratio does not appear that it would be too many people to fit on just the buildings you can see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's more to it below the simple buildings up top, right? So, well, how many more people would you say?
In terms of what you would expect for the stationings that you see, it's probably about 3 times as much.
Okay, so we're talking like 3,000 people or 2,000 people?
No.
500 people?
It's smaller than that. You'd probably guess
Okay.
It's probably about 300 in what looks to be just from the outside, a few small warehouses.
Awesome. And have I been able to suss out which, looking at the buildings, having been here before, do I kind of have a lay of which building is maybe the least guarded or the most open to our shenanigans?
So the largest of the three buildings would have, again, this is a little bit of this is your approximation.
Sure.
The largest building would have, the lowest density of people and therefore maybe easiest that way. In terms of the absolute lowest number, that would be the medium-sized building.
Gotcha. I feel like I've had some time to sort of ruminate on this, and will want to go to. I'll explain sort of the lay of the land and say my feeling is we go for the largest building and see where it leads us.
All right. I mean, it's your car. We'll go. It's your call.
Well, then let's depart.
All right. And essentially what Goldberg's going to do is this 3-part ship is going to release one of the 3 parts that you had originally either Equinox or Slugger, one of the ones you had come in through. It's going to release it with the 3 of you inside.
Okay.
As a way of kind of, departing, but not necessarily,
So we have to like cram in one middle and it'll take us down.
Well, it's big enough for the 3 of you to be, I wouldn't say comfortable. It'd be sufficient. It's basically like an airline. It's like the 3 seats you would see on an airplane.
Okay.
That amount of space, enough for you to sit. You're not comfortable. This is not first class. But it's enough for you to get, and then basically it's going to take you down to the outskirts of that facility, allowing Josh Goldberg and the pilot to, stay further away in kind of a, observational pattern so that you can meet back up then when you're done, theoretically.
I'm going to look at Slugger. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, as soon as the doors close and then we're all enclosed in this tiny little one, I'm going to look at you and say, don't you dare fart with your long ass crack.
I'm going to look at Slugger and say, this seems like the appropriate time for music.
Oh yeah, you're Zune head.
He so we're in kind of like a hovering like VTOL ship type of thing, right?
Yeah.
As he just kind of glances out the window, and presumably this is a smoking safe cabin, so he's lighting up one of his little cigarettes, and he presses the side of his head, and Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy just plays on a long loop.
Oh God,
All
the
right.
longest elevator ride in history.
And so I guess to imagine the design a little bit more, like I said, it's about 3 seats side by side. It's basically just a cockpit with 2 thrusters on the side once it releases from the other ship. And it's able to be a controlled descent, and eventually you land on the ground. Now you're in the desert. It's evening time, so it's on the cooler side right now. You can still feel like the heat coming off the ground. I'll say, Slugger, even though you were not too far away in California, this kind of desert wasteland doesn't look terribly unfamiliar.
No. Oh, one little thing I will note for the sake of continuity, the Slugger's rubber raincoat got burned off of him in the last adventure. I think between there and now, he has scrounged himself a dirty old leather duster for his traveling about.
Okay, and I think like even at the time, Goldberg was willing to like, I can get you a replacement, with what we've won from the settlement. It would be yours. And I imagine you refused, basically.
He's too suspicious of lawyers, and anything that can be gained legally would require him to legally exist as a person, and he really doesn't. He's
I feel that on a cellular level.
He's so far outside of the system that there's no point.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're in this leather duster. Mechanically, we're gonna keep it all the same. It's not gonna change anything about your toughness or anything.
Just doesn't it look cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like a burned up Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I imagine you're still wearing your goggles, even once the sun goes down, probably.
Oh yeah. I imagine he's trying to avoid being outside during the day in that part of the world.
Right. All right, so you've landed and you get up to the chain link fence. And what is your plan on how to kind of get inside?
I ain't touching the fence for one. I know better than that. I guess, when needs must, you take the big chunk of wood that's handy, the baseball bat La Senora, and you give the fence a prod, and nothing explodes, I guess. I then ponder how we're getting over it or through it.
Can't I just pick us up since it's only 2 of them. Can I just telekinesis us over the?
Well, you can only pick up about 100 pounds via telekinesis. It's enough to
Oh,
pick up,
yeah.
like an object, but not really a person. Maybe a child.
Yeah,
Uh,
this slugger's
they're-
$1.70.
They're kind of
Just
like
throw a small
children.
Victorian child through the air.
I mean, there's the option that you could power stunt to get enough telekinetic energy to pop everyone on over. You know,
Yeah.
How high's the fence?
the fence is about 7 foot. You know, pretty standard. It's got
It's
some
about 3
barbed
feet.
wire at the top.
Real quick, let's see here. What
You
would,
did prod. You mentioned prodding it with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
You don't notice anything when you do that.
Mhm.
Maybe everyone could make a perception check. And
I'm
Troy, or sorry,
Yeah.
and Pintar, you could, whichever's higher for you, perception or technology.
Okay, let's see.
Well, that was a nat 1.
Perception.
I just reach out
plus
and touch
8
it.
and tech.
I'll say so. Equinox is
It's
Equinox is distracted by the angst of his dead parents.
Yeah, that tracks.
I'm going to use my
As-
technology. Go ahead,
As a, you're lean, as, well, I was gonna say he's leaning against the fence as though he was leaning against something in the rain, even though it's the desert and it's not raining.
Because it's
May I,
Sears.
Like a hat just tipped precariously over my eyes.
May I also use a technology check?
Yeah, if that's higher than your
Yeah,
perception.
Mine's
that's
a
what
lot,
I'm gonna
yeah.
do.
I'll
yeah.
allow it.
Okay, I rolled a 14, but I have plus 13 technology.
Okay. And what about you, Slugger?
Mine is an 11 plus 9.
11 plus 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so 30, 20. And yeah, all right. Between the two of you, what you figured out is one, while this fence is not electrified, there is definitely some sensors on it. But between the two of you and your technology abilities, I believe that you could hack into this and maybe disable the sensors for like a certain length of the fence, even just temporarily enough for you to get like over it or under it, or however you choose to.
Right. Yeah, and I've got my chameleon cloak too. But I also have my, what is it? My
Celtroxy rifle, I know, is one of the things you have.
yeah, but also don't I have like a hand device that is the multi-tool?
Oh yes, you do have a. I believe you do have a multi-tool. Let me pull up my copy of your character sheet.
I could also jump clean over this fence, I think.
Oh, okay. If you
I
have
could
that
also-
ability.
I could also tuck each one of them into my crack and then jump over.
No, absolutely not.
You don't know my powers.
Another thing I'll
You don't
mention
know
is
these feet.
Dan is literally a mage, so I see no reason why you couldn't magic your way over with an extra effort with a power stunt.
I mean, true. I just have not explored very much his magic use as of yet.
Yeah.
It's still a work in progress. But,
So yeah,
I mean,
knowing
I'm
what
down.
you know, how do you all want to try to get through or over this?
I will try to do. You know what? I'm going to do very Doctor Strange style, but not a portal, but just open a hole in the fence, like make the chain link disappear, and then we can walk through it, and then I'll put it back.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So this is definitely going to be a power stunt for you. And I'm going to
Okay.
say this is a combination of your light and your dark energy. Like you're kind of like like you open up with the darkness energy, you open up the portal, a big hole, and then like a white swirling comes through it that allows you to walk through. So yeah, and I guess actually I'm terribly sorry I did not mention this. One of the things that differentiates Mutants and Masterminds from other systems is the extra effort and hero point systems. Extra effort allows you to push your character beyond their normal limits. Hero points allow you to negate that, as well as do additional things like re-roll your dice, edit a scene. So it allows for some flexibility narratively. All right, so you're going to use your hero point to do that to negate the fatigue. That'll allow all three of you to just walk right through then.
Make it a whole lot easier than doing
Well
it.
done, Equinox, and we'll just march through it.
All right.
I
And I'll
tripped
say with your
invisible
technology check, you're able to verify that no sensors were set off by doing that.
We're
Nice.
doing that Scooby-Doo tiptoe shit.
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah,
to.
no, where it's literally your two toes, and they're like.
I'm as far as my chameleon cloak goes, that is sustained and it's just a free action. I just have it going all the time.
Chameleon cloak. Oh, why don't it doesn't actually say what the chameleon cloak is? Oh, concealment. Yeah.
Yeah.
It allows you to blend in. So yeah, you can use that at any time.
Can we presume that I'm always just using it?
I mean that's gonna be difficult only because then your friends can't see you.
But I have telepathy, so if I can kind of say, "Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here."
Okay, so if you want to say that you're activating it, yeah, it's
The
a free
worst
action.
Marco Polo player.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's just gonna be a bit of a Marco Polo, when the time comes, there could be a penalty for them for not everyone being able to accurately perceive each other.
So I don't mean to get in under the GM skin, but if I have like communication with the mental area of kind of effect, can't I sort of communicate where I am in sort of juxtaposition to their place in the world? Like,
Sure, like I said, it's not that you can't do it. I'm just saying that,
sure,
if you're in another room, it's going to be hard for them to really get the same understanding, or if there's something blocking between the two of you.
Got you.
Even if you put that picture in their mind, doesn't mean they have the context for it.
Right, because their minds are so feeble. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, these humans. Okay, excellent. All right, so yes, you've gotten onto the base, and you're kind of watching, as the different soldiers come on in, and you're getting what I was say. How are you sneaking about, actually?
Pink Panther style.
Running from shadow to shadow like an inchworm, and
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely
actually,
doing.
that's kind of my thing. I can. Wait, did we say it's midday or?
No, I said the sun has
night.
set.
Yep.
Okay, so in that case, yeah, I will use the shadows to our advantage, and
Okay.
perpetually have us hiding in shadows on the way in.
Well, you can have you hide in shadows. I don't believe you can. Do you have the? Does it say that you can affect others with that or extend that? Because that would be another power stunt then.
It does say personal.
Yeah. So I mean, it sounds like at least two of you can conceal yourselves, leaving Slug.
I'm actually going to make a stealth check because I do not have bad stealth at all.
Yeah. I was
Nice.
gonna say, I just think it's funny that two of you are like, all right, we're gonna dip, we're gonna disappear from vision. Good luck, Slugger. But Slugger's used to being on his own.
He has lots of friends. Thank you. He's going to skulk along.
Boy.
He's gonna. Well, he was before he went to prison. He's gonna skulk along behind.
He was even more popular.
With
Jesus wept.
They didn't let us socialize much. 11
All
plus
right.
8 on stealth.
All right, and okay. So yeah, you're sneaking along, and so we kind of talked a little bit about the buildings and how you, Pintar, from your perspective, how you imagine they are laid out, or in terms of.
I'm sorry. You're asking me to describe that?
No. I'm saying
yeah,
we kind of talked a little bit about how your familiarity. So which building are you heading towards, or are you all heading in different directions? Like what's?
No, I think we agreed to hit the bigger building first.
Okay, because that one appears to be the one with the most the least amount of density of staff.
And I'm thinking, and also in my mind, I'm thinking that if you were bringing a ship that size, you'd have to get it into a door that was larger than maybe some of the other smaller buildings. So go for the big one. That might be where
Okay, all right.
Leading down.
There's some definite logic there. All right, so
that sounds ominous rather.
And so you get around, and there is a couple ways you get in. There's a big giant opening gate that seems to open every time troops are going in and out. There's also a few manned singular doors, but nowhere seems to be completely ignored, except there are some windows to the facility.
So a quick question about telepathy, or so being able to communicate psychically, can they communicate through me to each other?
I believe that we do have it set up that you can do that. Yes, area selective. So yeah, I would say you can set up kind of a mental link between each other. Sort of a Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, and did Slugger make his
Slugger made his stealth check. I mean,
nice.
Let's say so far as you can tell, you have not been discovered.
Okay, fair enough. I think we should go in with some of the larger, rather than sort of open it up and have the door open, there be no people, kind of blend in with the bigger groups, so that if there's a pack of army peeps that we go and follow them, rather than doing it solo.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I will point out that the Slugger, in his bag of tricks that he has kind of hidden about him, he does have a lock release gun, a little lock picking thingies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
I just worry that if we don't blend with this, with someone already moving through the door, that they'll wonder how the door opened, and those solo doors, it might set off something, cameras on them and that kind of thing.
There are windows though. You could
Yes.
sneak in.
What
I'll
about
say,
the
yeah,
roof?
in terms of the doors, in terms of the windows, I mean, they're about 6 feet off the ground. They're rectangular, kind of, I would say about they're person size, but I would say you don't from the outside necessarily see how you would unlock it.
Okay. Yeah, as Jordan just said, we can go top to bottom, go on the roof.
I would say, how high up is the roof, and is there any?
The ceiling itself is about 20 feet high, and there are like a few spots that have ladders.
Could
Ladders?
Dan do another
like-
sort
like-
of? Sorry, go ahead.
I was say, like, you're talking ladders, as in like
Top-
some of
top to
the
bottom?
kind of. Well, no, I mean, like, as in they're part of the building, as in like a maintenance ladder type of thing.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay,
I
okay,
see.
I
I
follow.
see.
And it's got like
Yeah.
it's one of those ones too where it has kind of that like safety cage around it.
The
as you
little
go up.
I was
tube.
gonna say it's one of the caged ladders. I couldn't think of the word.
Is the wall, or is what's how much space is there between us and the inside? Like, looking at can we tell how thick it is? Couldn't Equinox just sort of magic us through if we wanted to? I mean, it'd be kind of
Gotcha. I mean, this is like a thick, full-on wall. I would say you haven't gotten up to it, but it's hard to say how easily it would be. You have expertise magic, right? Right, Equinox?
Yeah.
Under your skills.
Yes. Well, it says, hold on.
Under your skills on the second page.
Yes. Okay. It was written in the same font as the title, so it blended together with the expertise. I'm like, there's nothing written underneath of it just because it was directly next to it, and I'm just stupid.
Okay, but you have an expertise of magic. Roll expertise magic for me.
Okay. Okay. 11, and then what was the modifier? 10. So 21.
Okay, so looking at this facility, the chain link fence was a pretty thin material. These walls look to be fairly thick. You don't feel confident with how much that sapped you that you could confidently get through the walls. You might be able to have luck with the doors, but walls are feeling unlikely.
I feel like how often do the larger sort of collection of military peeps, how often do they?
You've been watching, and it's about once every like 90 minutes.
I feel like it's best that we step in unnoticed and maybe save some of the theatrics and pyrotechnics and wall crawling and all that stuff for the inside.
It's your car, dude.
Yes.
Dude,
Have you
where's
made
my
it?
car?
Have you made a decision?
Yes.
What are you doing?
All the things we just talked about. No, we're going to be going through the larger entrance with a contingent of people as opposed to going in the solo doors.
So you're going to kind of hold tight where you are until you realize those doors are opening and then try to slip through.
Yeah.
Using your various abilities between the stealth and the cloaking and the shadow crawling.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. And you're kind of continuing to watch these facilities, and you just hear a couple of guys chatting. They're like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna take my holiday break. I'm heading home. Gonna go back to see my family. San Francisco. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Where I would say any particular plans? Just kind of chit chatting with each other about what they're gonna do for the holidays.
There's some low grade mooks. They're not allowed to have lives.
That's
and
right.
So, and I was gonna say, just I'd like to get an idea. What do your characters think of when they think of holidays?
I'm indifferent.
They suck because I don't have parents anymore.
Pintar spent a lot of time listening to Christmas carols, and while the holiday means very little, the Christmas carols are kind of festive. Some of the more festive examples of Earth music, and so I've been listening and am rather fond of them.
Okay, is that something you're going to try and take back with you to Celtron 3?
Absolutely, yeah. I do have an expertise in Celtroxy music, and so yeah, absolutely.
And then right as you hear one of the guards say, "Just 2 days until retirement. Hope no one brains me with a baseball bat."
That'll tickle me because, of course, someone's gonna get brained.
I mean, it might not be that particular guy.
I'm gonna come back
all
for
right.
him.
And then it's around then that you see one of these big troop transports, one of the largest ones. Like it's actually like a story and a half tall. Pull on through the chain link fence and then pull on up to the gate, and it starts opening. These two big doors splitting across, and y'all are gonna try to make your move.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna have Pintar. You're gonna want to roll another stealth check, and Equinox, you're gonna want to roll a stealth check too, because as the door opens, it's spilling light out from the inside of this warehouse.
Point of order. Do I need to roll a stealth if I've always sustained this with my cloak? Is that sort of
I'm gonna want to have you roll a stealth check.
tough but fair? I rolled an
yeah.
18.
So freaking stealthy.
Okay.
I am totally.
I'll say because
But-
I'll say the reason I'm having you do it is it does it's kind of bending light around it, so there is the potential for it to be given away, but it's much more
I
difficult
see.
unless you're specifically looking for it. And what let's start at the top. What did what did Slugger get?
I nat one plus an 8.
Okay. And just to check, do you want to use your hero point or your actually villain point, we should probably call them, to reroll, or are you going to leave that as is?
Let's reroll.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
reroll.
yeah, that'll be a 16 plus an 8 for the stealth check.
You rolled a 16?
Yes.
Okay, so you keep that result then, plus 8 for the stealth check. All right, and then Equinox.
A nat 20, baby, with
For a
plus
total?
6 modifier.
For a
26.
total of 26. And Pintar.
I rolled an 18 with plus 4 stealth.
Okay.
I should, like, for
22.
being a person of shadow, I should have a higher stealth than 6. I got
Well,
a
you as a
56.
person aren't particularly stealthy. Your shadow abilities are very stealthy.
Yeah, true.
I'm just saying that's not a skill you have. That's just like your abilities.
Awesome.
You know, just because you're really tall doesn't mean you can play basketball.
Oh, fair point. Because I am not so
So
good
you
at
say.
I'm bad at basketball, but really good at being tall.
I watched a Disney Channel original movie, Double Teamed.
There's nothing in the
I know
rules
the
say
rules.
dogs can't play
Air
basketball.
Bud.
Yeah.
Beat me to it.
All right. Cool. And yeah, you're right. Pope brings up that we could probably call it an anti-hero point for the Slugger. Probably Equinox
Yeah.
at this point.
That's very hero normative.
Normative.
Brum-bum.
But you can unpack that on Mutants and Masterminds Monday. That's not what we're here to do.
It's coming up, and I will. I guarantee.
All right, cool. All right, so you're all kind of sneaking on in. Are you trying to stay together as a group, or are you kind of like splitting off?
That was my thought, but I don't want to. I would,
yeah, no. You don't split the party.
Okay,
right?
I just want to make sure I understand. So when you go in, are you kind of going to the left or to the right, or center, whichever?
Yeah,
Unless
so what does it
Daphne-
look like
as-
inside?
Daphne
as
now
you're
go to
entering
the
in,
bedroom
you're
and Steve and
seeing-
Shaggy can go to the kitchen.
As you're entering in, you're seeing this big giant troop transport moving in. You're seeing a lot of stacked crates everywhere. You're seeing large groups of soldiers kind of moving together. Some in the far off, kind of playing cards with each other.
Is there like
the
a?
other-
Go ahead. Sorry.
The other thing that you notice is that there are a few manned mech suits kind of patrolling the area as well. These are about 12 feet tall. They're kind of like Ripley's suit in Alien in
I
that
was just
the
gonna
driver.
say, what in the aliens?
I was just
in
gonna
that
say,
the-
get away from her, you bitch.
I say the drivers themselves are exposed, but are a little bit armored as well. And they have these giant turret guns on on one arm and like full hands.
I want one of those.
I'm looking for like a spaceware doors or something, or a big sign that says "spaceship departing this way" or storage, something like that.
So you don't see any spaceship departing this way. You definitely know that it can't be on this floor just with the sheer amount of things that are already covering it. What you do see is along each corner is an elevator.
On each corner of the building, there's an.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we notice? Because I know they have numbers. Do they have the same number of floors?
I get what you're saying. Does each elevator show the same number?
Mhm.
Gotcha. What you notice is that the ones near the entrance where you're at, where you're coming through, this big giant double doors, both of those say 1 and 2. Everyone make a perception check though, because you're really far away from the other ones. So
Oh,
Rolling perception.
apparently I can't perceive shit because this is the second perception roll, and the first one was a nat 1, and this one is a 2.
That'll be
So, 10 altogether.
that'll be another dirty 20 for the slugger.
Dirty 20. Mine's 8. So I rolled a 10 plus 8. Yeah, so 18.
all right, Slugger, you pull out a small little telescope that you must have found at some point, and you're able to get a look across the room, and you can see that those ones over there say they have first floor that you're already on, and then 2 floors, so 2 and 3.
I do have binoculars on me.
Never mind, you had binoculars on you the whole time. You absolute pervert. So you can see that those ones have an additional floor that they can get to that the ones closer to the entrance do not. Where are you?
Hey guys, the thing. I tell them, I convey the information to my teammates.
I was say to get to those ones, you would have to make your way past the various lots of people that we just described.
How long? I mean, when will we need to do another perception or not perception? I'm sorry, stealth. Like we're pretty stealthed, right?
Well, that was your stealth to get in. I think you are probably going to have to do some additional. At least Slugger's going to have to do some additional stealth. And there's not really a lot of shadows, so Equinox too, for that matter.
Okay.
There's the occasional shadows. There's not enough connecting shadows. There's the one I'm looking for to get him across the room.
I see. So one of the things that I'll be looking for is something. Is there like a stack of munitions or a bunch of boxes or a bunch of
There's all these different crates kind of surrounding the difference, like kind of forming these pathways, and they're all marked off with different things like munitions, weaponry, food packs, all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. So I'm, just communicating in through the telepathic bond that we've got. I think that if we make a big bunch of noise, I can use my pistol to sort of set off some stuff, and then we can move in the opposite direction when everyone freaks out.
Another idea that I might propose is I've got all these little bitty shuriken on me, and I could start popping lights in the ceiling. Send them off in one direction, take out the lights in a section. Sorry, my dog
so
is
it lit? So it's sunset right now, so it's getting pretty dim outside.
The sun has already set outside.
Okay, nice.
So by the time you've waited to get into the building here.
Nice. I'm going to use one of those copies of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 on VHS. No, you throw them at hitting each soldier right square in the
You
forehead.
find a box labeled ET Atari. It means nothing to you, Pintar.
I thought they buried those.
I'll be like, what an offensive representation.
The slugger also does have
it's your cousin Jimothy.
I could also use my ultrasonic hearing from my the doodad in my head. In order to kind of I don't know how exactly would that work? I've not used that yet.
Echolocating?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, what is your intention with that?
Kind of getting a sense of what's around us right now. What kind of if we were to break cover and move to a different area, are we going to draw attention to ourselves, etc. Kind of like
there's enough of these crates and things like that you can sneak around. It's just going to be like you have to risk, someone kind of going through patrol or someone hearing you would be really the big risks.
Mm-hmm.
And drawing. I feel like we're overthinking this. Humans, let's make some noise and head down.
Let's kick ass and chew bubblegum.
So is the idea? Are we going with Slugger Shuriken stealth, knocking out lights idea to distract him? Are we going with the blowing up a munitions box that Pintar suggested, or are we just
the lights would be best because we don't want to bring everybody down on our asses right now.
Very well, humans.
Localized crap.
Although I am all, the slugger does say, I am all for blowing things up at the first sign of trouble.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so then what are we trying? Are we trying the slugger idea of knocking out some lights?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And also give me some shadow to work with.
Yeah. Slugger, do me a favor, roll an attack check. I'm gonna have this count then for like you trying multiple times to hit different lights. And remind me again, I believe that both Equinox and Slugger have both used their hero point now to reroll.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
not to reroll, but to get rid of my
Oh, right, for the
extra effort.
And just a refresher, all I am doing is adding my attack bonus from the particular weapon to my roll, correct?
right.
Okay, that's going to be a 13 on the die plus a 19 for the attack bonus.
All right, and let me just do one other thing. All right. So yeah, you describe to me what it looks like as you're kind of throwing these and like what you're aiming for. It's a lot of overhead hanging lights, like they're hanging from a string down, and a little kind of cone light.
The slugger having impeccable kind of lower light vision. It's from kind of a he's more comfortable in the dark. So this is he's got a lot of experience of just kind of flinging stuff off in the direction of whatever he needs to hit, and as he does so, kind of effortlessly, kind of nonchalant. It's less like something gets thrown, and it's more like the lights just sort of drop, and leaving little patches of shadow for us to make our way through.
Okay, and so then, just to be clear, is the plan here to try to get to one of the further away elevators to be able to go down?
Kind of clearing a path that even if it draws some attention, it'll probably be easier to slip around folks.
Okay, I'm still gonna want to have Equinox and Slugger roll a stealth check, but I'll give you each a +2 circumstance bonus.
Okay, so it is.
I'll say, and in this case, you're moving through the darkness, Pintar, so you're not gonna have to roll one. Your chameleon cloak is kind of handling most of that for you.
I was gonna ask real quick. Could I jump it?
Like use your telepathy and kind of hover?
No, I've got routine. I've got a jumping. I thought I did anyway.
How far? Yeah.
500 miles. No, routine jump
way.
distance. Running jump is 14 feet. Standing is 7 feet. Yeah.
Oh no, you would not be able to jump. We're talking like about.
Oh, okay.
We're
Big,
talking
big.
like this is a warehouse. This is like a football field.
Shoot.
Like I'm imagining it's actually Pintar, or not Pintar, that it's Slugger, like while he's sneaking around is continuing to blow lights out to form this path.
Nice. Okay.
And as far as stealth, I rolled overall a 15, but I have Shadow Meld as a power.
Okay. And what is the ranks of that? And does that include the +2 circumstance bonus?
It is concealment 4. All visual senses, limited areas of shadow or darkness.
Okay, but did that total also include the 2-point bonus? I gave you a 2-point circumstance bonus.
Oh, then no, it would be
17.
17. Yeah.
Okay, and plus your 4. And then Slugger?
Oh, sorry, one sec. That will be an 11 plus 8 and then plus 2 on the bonus.
So
21. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. And so you're making your way through. You eventually get to the elevator. You see by the time you get to the elevator, you're seeing some of the people at the first line, like starting to look around like, oh man, what's going on with the lights tonight?
Nothing.
And then someone.
What a weird coincidence. It's forming a straight line of darkness.
Hey, someone get somebody from electrical up here. We're gonna have to check out these circuits and maybe these bulbs, figure out what's going on. And you were at the elevator then.
Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah. So is it just we hit a button, it opens up, or is it left open, or okay?
You hit a button.
Beep.
Frantically smashing the door closed.
And so you get inside, and so there's 2 floors. There's 3 floors. You're currently on the first floor, and there's 2 below it. There's not any kind of like markings about the floors though.
Okay. And how big are the doors again?
These doors are standard, like
okay
size. Like I guess you could probably move some freight into them, like but it's not a
industrial,
but not it's not a vehicle loading one,
right? Not a spaceship sized,
not a spaceship sized one. Not your spaceship, at least.
And did you say there were 3 floors underneath?
2 floors underneath where you're at now. You're on the first floor. There's 2 below you.
I recommend that we go. We start at the very bottom and make our way up.
Absolutely.
As they're sort of, slowly with whatever horrible Muzak is playing. Actually, it's probably the Slugger has something like let's call it
number 1.
Let's call it. No, we're gonna call it. Let's see here. We're gonna call it the Inside Man by Funky Destination. No, wait, pardon me. We're going to call that.
You already
Once
got
in a-
your pardon. That's how you got out of prison.
Yeah, actually, let's make that Once in a Lifetime by Talking Heads. And as
Alright.
music
That's
is
a good
playing,
one.
he actually does say, he's like, the thought occurs to me, what the hell do we do if they've disassembled it?
Then
I
we
would
assemble
put that
it.
out into the world.
Oh joy, because that's my forte.
Is it your? Wait.
He has some technology. He does not have
Yeah,
spaceship
Seems
design.
like
No.
it seems
No.
like
Sounds like a
just
Pintar problem to me.
making the
It's
smaller
like-
pieces is more your forte.
Yeah, he's less Tony Stark and a little more Unabomber. He's not exactly
Okay.
like
Everybody's got a little Kaczynski in them.
yeah.
I'm gonna just lean over to Slugger and I'm gonna say, have you heard of Mariah Carey?
No.
She sings a holiday song that I think you'll enjoy.
Can't say I've heard of her.
Pintar's actually gotten all of his Christmas music by hanging out in retail environments.
That's right. Yeah, just
Yeah.
hiding into Claire's.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, let me hum a few words. It's beautiful, of course, because Pintar is,
Yeah, of course, expertise in music means good singing ability, obviously.
obviously I can hold a note. I mean, I can't hold a note, but he can. And we're going down. How long? How many? How much of that song can I sing?
You do not. You barely get through that conversation and that bit of humming when you get to the bottom, and ding, and you open up in the door, and now you're in more of a. This part here is more office looking, like long stretches of hallway, doors, and like like literally, like you see some cubicles and things like that that doesn't seem to be anybody stationed at them right now, though.
Is there any sort of? Do we see any like terminals or?
Yeah, I mean all of the cubicles have computers at them.
Ooh,
I think
get into one. Find out if we
Yeah,
can. Like,
let's
look
get
at
into one.
cameras.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so you pull it up.
Time
You
to
see
use my
Windows.
hacker
You see
voice.
Windows XP loading up.
Windows XP.
Yeah.
Wow,
Now,
that's a
this is the
bummer.
government. That shit's running on Windows 98. Let's be honest.
Oof. All right. So someone roll a technology check because you don't have the login to get into these computers.
That'd be me probably. I'm going to use my technology finger. I have 3 of them on one hand. I rolled an 18 and I have 13 technology. Plus
All right. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It doesn't take very much for you to be able to bypass these primitive human systems.
right.
And get in. And what are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for any sort of cargo reports or storage.
Okay.
Maybe there's some kind of like inventory. Anything that would tell me what is in the building or stored there.
All right. You see one thing marked at the other end of this floor. One thing that's kind of like marked classified, and then there's also what appears to be a larger kind of storage area up on the second floor above you that also has some things marked classified as well. Like there's probably
Humans,
like two of them on the floor above you, one of them on the floor you're on.
humans. I
We're
think
already
we've
down here.
found I think we've managed to get right to the core. I would caution against us, barging into these if they're these 2 large or 3 large storage areas. One of those is a spaceship. What are the rest? Something big and something
And
they want to
it's-
hide.
It's at that time that there's a desk phone kind of sitting right next to you. It starts ringing.
I have a deception. I'm gonna pick it up and say, "Hello,
Thank you for calling Movie Phone.
hi there."
Hello, Pintar.
Ah!
And it's a voice that you recognize.
Oh, not that marble-mouthed creep.
What?
Whoever Pope played when he was like,
No. It is not.
Oh.
It is not General. It is not General Onyx, the head of the Redacted Rangers, but it is a voice you recognize as General Emerald.
General Emerald.
Who runs a lot of
That
the
suit looks
intergalactic
slate green at
connections
best.
for intergalactic. The Department of Intergalactic Affairs for the Majestic 12. He came to
I loathe
examine and
him.
interview you many times during your
Yes, yeah.
captivity.
General.
Hello, Pintar. I had a feeling when someone alerted me to some unusual behavior that something or someone had entered the facility, and I never doubted that you'd be far behind after the events earlier this year.
I've come to get my ship, General, and you will not be stopping me.
Listen, Pintar, I am prepared to make a deal with you. I'm going to let you know now that I have soldiers inbound to your location, and if you wish for your friends not to be harmed, I think you should go peacefully.
My friends and I will decimate your soldiers unless you'd like to have a crater where this facility once stood. I would tell them to stand down and let me get to my ship.
I don't think that's how I'm going to negotiate with you today.
And yet here we are negotiating.
And you hear the elevator. Ding!
I'm gonna communicate like get down or hide or get ready for incoming. And I'm gonna say, can I? Oh, I don't have any. Never mind. I was gonna use persuasion, but nope, not me.
Are we talking like we're talking like in like the Indiana Jones warehouse here, right? Like crates I can.
That's
crawl
what
on
the first
top of?
floor was like, but you're on the
Oh yeah, that's
front
right.
floor
That's
now,
right.
where it's more like an office space.
Can I sense the minds, like how many there are of them?
Yes. As you're telling everyone to duck, you detect that there are 4 soldiers coming in.
Yeah.
And they definitely have some aggressive intent.
I'm gonna turn my back, like get down on the ground with my back to the desk. I'm gonna have the phone still. I'm gonna say, what is your offer? What are you asking?
You be willing to unveil the secrets of your technology so that we can reverse engineer it, and I think at that point we'll be glad to let you go with your ship.
You couldn't understand it even if I reverse engineered it, then reverse engineered that, and then reverse engineered it again. Your minds are too feeble, your technology far too weak. You would end up killing yourselves and about 250 million more.
You can attempt to seem high and mighty with me, Pintar, but at the end of the day, you're flesh and bone like the rest of us.
How long have you had the ship, General? Since the 80s.
Last chance.
Since the 80s. I'm just going to go click.
And you hear the guys like, and they just start firing, and there's just papers and concrete and things just starting to fly everywhere.
He called them dumb. Rachel's comment.
They have had the ship since the 80s.
Yes, Pintar was captured, I think, in the late 70s or early 80s. So
that's right.
They have had this ship for a reasonable amount of time.
I have no reason to believe that they're going to crack the code.
I was about to just get into it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there's these 4 guys. What are you doing?
I want to do an accurate attack to trade effect DC for attack bonus.
Okay.
And do
so that's going to make the damage lower, just to be clear, to make the attack more likely to hit. I just want to be clear about how that works.
Okay. And then I want to I'm going to do pull back my bow, and instead of 1 arrow, do 3 and try to get 3 of them.
Okay, so you're going to do 3 attacks, each with a -3. And how much are you taking away from the effect to add to the? Are you doing 3?
We'll say 3 again.
Okay, so basically you're just going to roll and add like normal, and then whatever the DC is, it's 3 less. So roll 3 attacks, and let me know how that goes. Roll 3 attacks, add your normal bonus. Tell me what the total is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is 12. I'm going to give you the full number. Like that's.
And just to check, on your bow, do you have multi-attack? If you don't have multi-attack listed as an adjustment for it, then it's going to be a power stunt to do this.
Oh.
So you can still do it. You're just going to have the fatigue of having...
Never mind.
Okay, so...
Yeah, because I don't want to, at least yet, because I don't know what's going to happen after this. So in that case, I'll just do...
I'll say, because remember, doing badass shit is how you get hero points.
Okay, fine. You talked me into it.
Okay.
Not hard to talk me into most things. So it was a 12 for the first one.
Okay.
Because it was a 10 or a 5 plus 10 minus 3,
Sure.
so 12.
Sure.
And then number 2 is it's going to be 15.
Okay.
So 12, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Please give me a good roll. It's minus 3 is 18. 18. 12, 15, 18.
Wait. Let's back up. You're not doing the multi-attack anymore, right? Or
Yeah.
you are? You are doing
yeah.
the multi-attack. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you're doing the minus 3. So 18, 15, and 12.
Yes.
2 of those are going to hit. What is the DC normally? And take away 3.
22.
22. Yeah, you hit one of them straight in the neck with a shadow arrow. Big sport of blood as he goes down. He's holding his wound. And the arrow, of course, disappears as it hits him. And then the other one gets, just for a moment, pinned to the wall by the arm, is also grabbing at his wound. And then the third one is able to just successfully get behind some cover before you hit him. So there's 2 down and 2 up right now.
Okay, we didn't do initiative, right?
We're not doing initiative. I'm kind of
Okay.
letting this be free flow. So
Perfect. I love
Equinox went. What else is happening?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the slugger has bolos that he is. I would like to throw a couple of those to see if I can tangle some folks up. I was actually thinking of if they are firing sort of up and at chest height, sweep in the room. I might be able to duck out from under a cubicle and throw them at kind of leg height, try and trip some folks up, cause some confusion.
Okay, yeah. Let's roll and tell me what your to hit is.
That is going to be a 7 on the die, and it looks like bolos.
Yeah, you have a high.
Yeah, it's
bonus
like
for that
plus.
combination.
It's like plus 20 from what I'm reading here.
Yeah, you maxed that one out.
Yeah.
All right,
So yeah,
that's 27. So you definitely hit. Let's
You
see.
swallow the legs off.
Yeah, that one gets one of them all tangled up, unless your power's something to do 2 of them.
Oh no, the goal
Nice
was to kind of like knock
right,
somebody
yeah,
down,
you-
start thinning the herd.
Yeah, you knocked one down. He's all tangled up, like he can't even move.
That leave
Mhm.
one.
Leaves
That
one
is.
standing.
I'm gonna.
This is the one that's behind cover that y'all couldn't see. The one that dodged the arrow.
I'm gonna scream into his mind. I want to intimidate him to be so scared that he drops his weapon, and I'm gonna.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay, roll intimidation.
13 plus my intimidation is 12.
Mm.
Yeah. What are you saying to him?
I'm saying, drop your weapon and tell us where the ship is.
And I think not expecting to hear a voice in his head, he does drop the weapon, but he flees.
It threw an open. Is the elevator open? Or did
Not
he
through the
go
elevator.
down?
He's running down the hallway. Like if you guys came in and went to the left and went into these cubicles, he's running down the long hallway that you originally saw.
How far away? Oh, and how far away is he from me?
As of right now, he's probably about 60 feet.
So is he closer?
Okay.
Who's he closest to? Would it?
Well,
The 3 of you were all together in that cubicle.
Okay, I want to shoot him. In the leg or the buttock.
All right, I'll let you.
wait! You said he's like 60 feet away.
Yeah.
So Pintar's gonna shoot him. Can I throw a desk at him?
Just a whole ass
Oh.
desk.
Yes.
Messy.
Okay. Roll me.
On brand.
Roll me the attack check with the gun first. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna say no
Okay.
matter what, Slugger definitely picks up the desk, but we'll see if actually he needs to throw it or not.
All right, so help me out with this. So that I've got so
The
the
Troxy rifle up in your
yeah.
Up in your.
Picture
so I'm
of
rolling-
Caveman SpongeBob.
so I'm rolling to attack. Yeah.
Yep.
17.
17. All right, that hits. I'm not even gonna need you to add the total. So let's see what's the
Hurdy.
DC on that.
The DC is 25.
25. Boom! You hit him in the leg. He goes sprawled, but he hits his head on something and gets knocked out.
Yeah, so I'll be. Damn, he's unconscious.
All right, and you've picked up this desk, Slugger, and you're kind of running around to the hallway. You see the guys down, and I imagine you're a little dejected, right? As
Oh yeah, I would just
Slam it into him
toss
anyways.
just toss it through like an office window or something, whatever's near. Just bounce it off a
well,
wall.
before you let go of it, you hear the elevator doors again, and it opens up, and it's one of the mech suits
Ah, good.
Oh.
with a turret mounted, looking right at you.
Yeah, well, when I rolled to throw the desk, I did roll an 18. May I still use that?
Yeah, we can say you redirected it to throw it at this turret wielding mech.
Yes.
So you said you rolled an 18.
What's
And
my
what's your normal DC on a throw?
on a throw?
Should be in your offense section at the top.
My DC is 21, and attack
Okay.
bonus is +1.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a bonus to the DC. Let's see how well you do. This thing starts to fire, but you hit it really hard at this desk and throw it off kilter. You do seem to have like dented one of its arms, but it's not down. What do you all do in this close quarters with this giant mech?
How heavy is this thing?
This mech is like a ton, so you're not lifting it with your telekinesis.
No, right. But I have other things.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Like Celtroxy music. How heavy is it? Is it like it's
like
a ton? You say?
Yeah.
How many pounds is in a ton?
A
shit ton? 1,000? Is it 1,000? Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
2,000.
2,000? All right.
Is it really?
Yes, I just
2,000 pounds.
2K.
Yeah, my throwing of 800 pounds is not going to do well.
Yeah, you'll be able to throw this thing like 2 feet. You can push it, I think is really
You said it has one turret mounted gun?
correct.
Then I want to jump through the air and bring a light dagger down directly into the turret.
Nice.
Ooh, okay, roll that attack check.
Now, is that a light dagger or a light dagger?
A dagger
No,
made
a dagger
of light.
made of condensed light.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Finally getting a good roll. Okay.
Is anybody else going to do anything to assist?
I was gonna say, given the slugger's
23.
strength, I think he might actually. You said he weighs a ton, right?
Yeah, about 2,000 pounds.
I think he might try and rush in and like get arms around a leg or something and fling this guy on his back. If the mech is open in the center, getting him on his ass would be the first thing I would want to do, and then start attacking, the soft, squishy person operating it.
Okay. So yeah, let's resolve Equinox first, and then we'll go with that.
For
That
sure.
was a 23.
23, that hits. What's the DC?
It is 26.
26. So you pierce into this thing. You do seem to do some kind of damage to it, but it does not look to be completely disabled. Let's see what happens when Slugger
Real
rushes
quick,
him.
can I combine my? Can I rush with Slugger? Will I have enough time to kind of understand what he's doing?
I think
I want to help.
Yeah. All right, so both of you roll me unarmed attack checks.
Okay.
Unless you're doing slam attacks, which would use your movement, but you would have a chance of hurting yourself.
I'm going for unarmed. You know how this character's built. So yeah, that'll be the unarmed. I get a bonus of 14 plus a 19 on the die and a DC 21 if that's relevant.
All right, that's going to hit. And unarmed is the 5th item on your offense section.
Okie dokie. Offense section it's defense. Offense is +2. I rolled a 17.
All right, you both definitely hit. What's the DC on yours as well, Pintar?
17.
DC being defense class for the unfamiliar determines going to help determine how much damage this thing takes. Ooh, all right. Tell me what it looks like when you completely disable this thing.
Are we in tandem?
Yeah.
Oh, just the creaking of metal as by our powers combined, we lift the mech's foot clean off the floor, and because it's a humanoid, human bodies work a specific way. The law of physics says he's got to be knocked on his ass, and
maybe Slugger gets up from underneath, grabs one of the legs, while Pintar does a running jump kick to knock it over.
Am I able to do a follow-up attack by any chance? I was looking for that, but I couldn't.
It's completely disabled, so there's not really a mechanic necessarily, because we're not really an initiative to begin with. But what are you trying to do?
Oh, I was gonna say, didn't you? Weren't they kind of described like the mechs from Alien, where they're open in the middle, like you can get
Correct,
at the person?
Yeah. They got a little bit of armor on it, but not a ton.
If possible, I'd like to just punch him in the face.
Yeah, sure. I would say when the mech gets disabled, I'm also saying the driver is.
Okay.
I was going to ask real quick: does the way that we rolled is it important that we both hit the same leg? Because I was thinking if we hit both opposite legs and split it up the middle, and he kind of
There,
fell out
that's
onto
going to
his
be more
ass.
of a narrative aspect. In this
Okay,
case,
good.
so however you want to say you did it, I'm game. You won is really the.
If Jordan has if the Slugger has a more sort of theatrical element to this, but I thought maybe we could split it up the middle and have the guy just sort of fall on his ass out of the out of the thing, and then he can give him a chop to the head or something or whatever it is that he's doing.
All right, so yeah, you hit this thing, and with that, you've also disabled the elevator because you hear it like creak and some parts like busted definitely on the insides of it.
Well,
add property damage to our rap sheet.
That's the one that's going to get us.
with more to come. Yeah, exactly. We'll get the bill.
All right, and so the intercom comes on, and you hear General Emerald again. All right, Pintar, you've disabled one of your ways out of here. You're gonna end up in a kill box here if you don't give up soon.
I think you're misreading the circumstances. I gave you an opportunity to work with me. You've chosen not to. You've chosen not to.
All right.
I think of like a wishbone at Christmas.
I'll remember that. And so, what are you doing next now?
We want to go to where the guard was running, wherever that ends up. I'm presuming it's like a hallway with.
Yeah, so you get down to the end of the hallway. It's like a T opening.
Terrific.
Remember that this is basically like a lot of office space down here. So which direction do you want to go? Basically, from where you came, if you were in the most upper left corner, there's the elevator in the upper right and the lower left and lower right.
We came down from the upper left.
Correct.
I've just lost myself in this map.
So imagine a box. You're up here, and there's the other three corners, basically.
Okay. And where was the location of the potential car?
The one classified item. If you're up here, it was like down to the center.
That's what we want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to go there.
All right. And you don't really experience much resistance here, though. As you're about to reach that area, you are starting to hear more echoing dings in the distance from the different elevators.
All right. They're coming.
And you open up the door to what was that classified section. And you notice what appears to be a living quarters.
Just a small little living quarters?
No, it looks like it's 4 separate living quarters, but they also look to be kind of detainment. Like there's kind of a
prisoners,
glass walls for each. They look like fairly nice facilities. Like it's not very dingy or anything like that. Much nicer than what you all remember.
Do I sense any brains?
Nothing immediately, no.
Can I do a check?
You can try to reach out, but you are pretty far underground if you're trying to see who all's around.
Oh, so am I at we're on the same floor as these, like we walked into this place where they're
correct
detained.
But there's no one in there currently.
I get you. Okay. That's what I was wondering, if there's someone maybe hiding or sort of,
again, you can do a mental check, but there's definitely nothing visual as far as you can tell.
I'm going to do that mental check.
Okay.
What should I be doing?
I think just rolling at I'd say mind reading.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, that was my one. I lost it. And now we're at a deficit. I think it's 2. Actually, it's more like 6 down.
Hey, I haven't said any.
Dan has been rather generous with the F word. Let's see. I rolled a 3, and that's not good.
And your mind reading, I think, is
10. Let me double check here. Where is it? Where are you?
In your powers, it's like 5th thing down under Celtroxy mental powers.
Oh, there we go. That's right. It's 10.
Okay. So for 13, you can definitely detect that there's more mech suits and guns heading your way. You're kind of close to one of the elevators. So like there's basically the elevator that you're closest to is also the one that has the least amount of people at it. It's just 3 guys making their way towards you.
Okay. I say we knock out the guys and get on that elevator. I wonder too if the elevators are somehow controlled from somewhere else so they can shut it down if we're inside of it. Do we know? Do we look? Do the elevators have kind of like those shafts at the top, like every elevator in every other movie?
Yeah, it's a standard
I mean,
elevator
that's-
shaft.
That's
Okay.
how the elevator works.
Well, I mean, in when you're inside the elevator, there's a door that you can kind of hop up and get
Yeah,
in.
yeah, it has one of those.
Yeah,
Maybe we
awesome.
could probably make one if not.
I think
Fair
from
enough.
a safety perspective, you have to have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sticklers for safety is my vibe here.
You know the government.
That's
OSHA.
right. OSHA.
Yeah,
OSHA.
listen.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it doesn't matter how much shady crap happens. OSHA comes in.
that's right. Yeah.
The ultimate villain.
Yeah.
Or good ultimate good guy.
Hey, it depends on if you think OSHA's on your side or not. So you're gonna try to make your way towards these three guys you detected,
Yeah.
and away from the other larger groups in the mech suit.
Yeah.
All right. So you come around. There's these three guys. They're kind of shooting guns at you, and everybody give me your dodge plus 10.
A 20.
Oh, our dodge plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
20.
21.
19.
Slugger, you are gonna take a hit. So roll a toughness check.
Owie. Do. That is going to be a 10 on the die plus 11 toughness.
All right. So your body just kind of absorbs this shot. You're almost thinking like they're using some kind of special, like less lethal rounds. But therefore you're not as hurt by them, so you're able to like take that without any ongoing damage.
Ow.
What do you do in return?
What like large objects are near me?
More
want-
desks, computers, monitors, PC.
Oh
towers.
yeah, I just like grabbing like a desktop computer and flinging it into their midst as hard as I can. Not aiming for anyone in particular, but I just really want to ruin somebody's day.
Okay. So roll a throwing attack check for you. What are the rest of you doing?
I would like to. So this is a pretty like there are a lot of desks and papers.
There's
okay.
fake plants and there's there looks to be some like cleaning equipment and stuff.
I'm gonna use my telekinesis and just like a flurry of papers and fake plants and all of this stuff, just kind of create a big bunch of mess.
Okay, so more of a distraction than anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what about Equinox?
Then while Pintar does that and draws their attention, I want to attempt to shoot them while they are distracted.
Okay, let me see about. And all right, yeah, they definitely look distracted, and then suddenly this computer is flying through the air. Pintar, Slugger, what did you roll?
I rolled a 7, and you said there was a throw. That'll be a +1 for the attack bonus. That's a DC 21.
Okay, so that hits. DC 21, and boom, you bean one of these guys in the head.
Ow.
and you suddenly
That's
hear
for
someone
shooting me, asshole.
I was saying you suddenly hear someone go, "Oh no, Jim, he was one day from retirement."
Wait, I'm gonna use my one.
Well, it wasn't a baseball bat.
The slugger's gonna use his one here and shout back,
okay.
"Fuck Jim!"
Good, one person who used theirs dramatically.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody
That's well
else's at least once.
That's right. That's right.
All right, and then these distractions, and then so you're shooting one of them as well, Equinox.
Yep.
All right.
How many are there again?
There's 2 now.
Okay.
So Equinox, go for your hit. And I'll give you a +2 circumstance bonus as well.
Finally. Okay, I was rolling really shittily there for a minute, but now it's starting to pick up. So I mean 27 altogether.
27, that hits. DC.
25.
Boom, you hit this guy. I imagine you hit him in the knee, and it blows out from under him, and he face plants on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Like that scene in Kill Bill where she gets him right in the knee. When it's,
He took an arrow to the knee. Yeah.
I never saw Kill Bill. I'm sorry.
It's a good one.
I do these things to hurt you, Dan.
Do I have an attack? Can I?
You can try and do something.
There. How many are there?
There's 1 left now.
1 left. Well, I'm going to scream into his mind.
Another intimidation.
Yeah.
All right. Roll intimidation.
15.
You and Callan, both of you, find God.
Yeah. So that's 15. That's 27.
27. Yeah. What are you saying? And
Drop the weapon and tell me where the ship is as I project myself into his brain, but bigger.
This one, he's just thinking, don't think about the ship on the second floor. Don't think about the ship on the second floor. And he
It's
just
on the second floor.
and then he passes out
Nice.
from the conflicted mental anguish.
Merry Christmas, human.
Yeah. Filthy animal.
You filthy animal. It's on the second floor.
All right, and the elevator is right in front of you and freed up and open.
Let's go. Wow, this is almost too easy.
All right. You get in the elevator. I'm imagining you hit the floor for the 2.
See.
All right.
Yes, yeah.
You're on that elevator. Ding. And when this one opens up, you're in this kind of large, kind of cavernous warehouse, almost the same size as the one on the first floor.
Okay, and what's going on in this space?
And the door opens up, and then as you're walking out, you don't see anybody immediately.
It's just one tiny 7-year-old girl all by herself.
What?
Kind of like
She's not like the ultimate
long dark hair and
Yeah.
So no, you but you hear the intercom go click. I'm sorry, guys. I can't allow you to go any further. I was hoping to avoid this, but you've really played my hand, I think.
General, we're gonna find you after we get the ship. I'm going to find you.
And I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
Well,
And he's gonna
I'm
kick
have to
you in the
say,
balls.
And then I'm gonna take them.
And he's
well,
gonna wear him like a necklace.
Good luck with that. Redacted Rangers, move in.
Uh oh.
What?
Hey.
Oh, our
And
buddies.
with that, we're gonna take a quick little 10-minute break.
Dun dun dun.
Oh,
And,
oh my.
Yeah, we'll give us a 10-minute break here. Can I do both these? Okay, so can I do both at once? No, it's one or the other. All right,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna do a little 10-minute break, and then we will return for the remaining session of Redacted Rangers, making spaceships bright.
See y'all in 10.
See you in 10.
Hey, there we go. Now I'm allowed to do some promo. It's your boy Dope. That's right, I've been here the whole time. Ain't that effing terrifying? You know what? I get one F word too. Ain't that fucking terrifying? So anyways, I got some stuff to try and sell you guys. First of all, if you guys are unfamiliar, I do pretty much all of the music for the show. And I just had a new album come out. It is called My Friend Paula Said This Pic Goes Hard. Because my friend Paula said that the picture I used for the cover art goes hard. And I'm good at naming albums. You can check that out on God, where is that? That's on Amazon, that's on Apple Music, that's on Spotify. Really, anywhere you listen to music, you can check that out. That's Pope Brandon Brownson on everything. I am just trying to get to the right link before I say the wrong thing and completely ruin the promo. Because wouldn't that be super embarrassing? Oh boy, howdy, it would help if I was looking at the right chat. So hey, speaking of things, we sell things. Great things. We put things on t-shirts. We put things on posters. We put things on t-shirts and posters currently. And that is, thank you so much, host. That is available at mayhemcast.creator-spring.com. You can't see it, but I am currently wearing our Union shirt. It is very soft. It is very stretchy. The design looks fantastic on it. You guys should totally go check that out. Obviously, y'all should go check out our friends, Green Ronin Publishing. First and foremost, because they're wonderful people. Second and second most, because they kind of make the game that we're playing. We literally would not be able to do any of this were it not for the fine folks at Green Ronin Publishing. So be sure to check out Mutants and Masterminds, as well as all the other games that they have that's not Mutants and Masterminds, like the Age System. I've legitimately been looking through the Age System books, and it's really interesting. I cannot wait to get a more thorough understanding of that so I can potentially, maybe, I don't know, get a game of that going myself. God, what am I missing? Dan streams and stuff. Crash and Thrashing. Go check that out. Boy, promo. Water. You guys should drink water. Because water is good for you. Your body needs water, so drink that shit. Oh, yeah, Rachel does TikTok sometimes. Dramadork884 on literally everything. I also make TikToks sometimes now. I guess I should get in the habit of trying to promote that. That would be at Beefus Bosquiddly. BeefusBosquiddly. And this is the one thing I know how to do. Give things silly names. Yeah, for pretty much anything else, you guys can go to masksandmayhem.com/links. And, yeah, all the important garbage is going to be there. I shouldn't call it garbage. I'm trying to promote these links. So, that's it from your old pal PBB. Remember, always tip your service workers. They're in hell. Bye!
Hello, friends. We're back. We've got this lovely Christmas jams going. And now we don't. Oh, let me get everyone unmuted again. Welcome back, gentlemen.
It's good to be back.
Cool. All right. So when we last left off, you were confronted by a new group of Redacted Rangers.
We haven't seen these before.
Bum, bum.
I would say that possibly you may I would say Equinox and Slugger may recognize them from your time at the Big Iron, aka
Why is the
Blackrush
lizard so
Penitentiary.
sexy?
If villain, why so sexy? And so, as you're looking out, you see this giant, 4-armed, 8-foot-tall rock man, a man in a nice white suit, covered in a little bit of blood, though, holding two very simple knives, a giant, very slim lizard woman. And then another woman who seems to be semi-transparent. You can see right through her in her ghostly getup.
Oh, I see. I can see her arm. I like it.
And they all look at you, and you notice that all of them have a familiar bracelet on their right arm, something that you would remember from your time in the Redacted Rangers.
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
No,
Oh,
I was going to misuse another word that I'm not allowed to use, so it's a good thing I didn't.
Yeah, we're in arrears.
What a
one
bad
last
word,
thing.
Stone Man.
The rock guy, I would say Pintar, you're the only one who would recognize not him, but that his species
I was going to ask.
is an alien race known as the Atrox.
Gotcha. What is our kind of standing as far as the, Celtroxian peeps and
You know that they're stronger than you. As I say, they haven't really had much interaction, like officially between their worlds. And fans of the show who watched our stream, The Sky High Gambit, will recognize that we had a similar villain in that one.
Callum and I messaged the personal chat, but Callum messaged the regular chat at the same time going, Atrox? The League of Legends character.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I knew you didn't, which is why it's so funny. And I was like, we both were like,
Yeah, so it's probably with 2 T's and 3 X's, right?
At least 2 X's.
3 X's. He got an only Atrox account.
Yeah, that's what
Only
I'm talking about.
Only rocks.
Only rocks?
So can I use my my expertise alien culture to suss out a weakness or a?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
It's rock. It's obviously water or grass.
Sure. Yeah, let's throw some grass at it. Here you go. Here's some water and some grass in your face. So I roll 6 plus what was that, 15? Or it's 14, right? 6 plus 8.
Yes. All right. When you look at him, you know that the best way to defeat them is in groups, so that you can kind of move faster, because they have 4 arms, so they're able to kind of, if they get a hold on one person, they can really really mess them up, because they can use 2 arms to hold you down and 2 arms to wail on you.
I wonder if we want to try to use some maybe to influence them to help us instead of. Oh, they got those bracelets on too.
Correct.
And weren't the bracelets like they were sort of there was a kill switch or some kind of a bomb or something?
Correct. Yeah, that if you tried to go off mission, they would basically threaten to electrocute you.
And then did it dampen their powers too? Is that where
it did not dampen their powers? No. In fact, you even notice with the woman who's partially incorporeal that the bracelet also is going incorporeal as well.
I'm gonna run a gambit here. I'm gonna see if we can't. I want to speak to them telepathically and say, "Oh, you're saying no?" Or
oh no, that's right. I was looking dismissively at the chat.
Right. Yeah, that is a healthy approach to chat. So I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna use. So I don't really have a lot of persuasion, but I do have a lot of lying juice. I can intimidate or deceive. I think I'm going to deceive, but my goal is just to say, hey, work with us. Let's get my ship. We can all get out of here. You'll be free. We know exactly how to get those bracelets off and to protect you from any of the general's plans for you.
I mean, Spider-Man's a good point. Just telekinetically set them
So
off.
the other thing you'll notice from compared to your time is these ones do look significantly more industrial and more reinforced.
Okay. Hmm. Oh, I still am going to try to deceive them into
Okay, go for it.
us. So I'll roll 11 plus 12.
Okay.
Jesus.
So
He's out here
You-
selling them a slap chop.
as a what do you say when you reach out into their minds, though?
I'm gonna impart that we can take them away from this. They don't have to be slaves to this horrible organization that is exploiting them, like we too have been exploited, and they can be free and they can go home.
And basically, you get a bunch of messages. We were warned of your deceptions.
Ugh.
I wonder which
Is
one that
the lizard
the
lady-
Invisible woman.
Is the lizard lady a Earth native?
Yes, as far as you can tell, she does not look like an alien race that you recognize.
Okay.
You're also all going to get a hero point.
Yay!
I believe that brings
Back to
Pintar up
basics.
to 2 and everyone else up to 1.
May I roll to intimidate them to get them to kind of back off or at least hold at bay?
No, because at this point we are going to roll initiative.
Oh,
Yeah,
darn
yeah,
it. Alrighty.
All right, what are my bonuses to initiative? I feel like I have some.
It's up in that offense section over to the right.
Improved initiative plus 4 bonus to initiative
Yeah.
checks per rank.
Yeah, but in the offense section over to the right, it has your total
oh.
initiative.
15 altogether for me.
15 for you, Equinox.
Rolled an 18 plus 6.
+18 6, you said?
24, yeah.
Okay. And Slugger?
And that'll be a 1 plus 6 for the slugger.
Okay. And all right. And lastly, it's organized. Alrighty. So that means first the initiative is Pintar. So to give you an idea, in terms of positioning, the chameleon woman, the lizard woman looks like she's kind of like very fluid and motiony. Rock guy is kind of just picking up, starting to flex. You see little bits of rock kind of like as he flexes his arm, little bits of rock kind of like
Built
fall off of
different.
him. Yeah. Literally, he has 4 arms. 4 forearms even.
Hey!
And so, and the woman in the slightly transparent woman looks like she, you see kind of a toe begins to dip into the ground.
What? How are they reacting to my initial? So Snake Woman was like,
That's what I mean. They all kind of basically are dismissing your inquiry.
Quick question: given that snakes and lizards and things don't feed their children milk, what does the lizard woman use her boobs for?
Everything
Moving
else.
on.
Just to look pretty. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So I'm going to. What was I doing? I was rolling to
I don't know. It's your turn.
initiative. Oh, it's my turn to actually use the initiative.
You came up at the top of the initiative.
Okay, so the woman who is translucent is sort of dipping her toe under the floor. And I'm gonna.
Chameleon woman's looking froggy. Rock guy is kind of flexing like he's ready to go.
He's getting all dusty.
And knife guy is kind of flipping his knives up in the air and catching them.
I'm gonna go for knife guy, and I'm gonna
Okay.
aim for his knives
All right, and what,
with my pistol.
Okay, so okay, so you're trying to disarm him then with
Yeah. I tried charm, that didn't work, so it's time
Sure.
to
All right,
disarm.
it's going to be a -2 to your attack check to try to disarm him.
How very dare.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you're trying to aim more accurately.
Awesome. So here I go, and I rolled a 6. And Shazam.
So you roll a 6 for a total of.
A total of, hold on, sorry, I'm trying to get back to my my tab. I lost my tab.
Okay.
My Celtroxy pistol. What am I doing here? It's DC 25. Damage is 10. Whoa, there we go. So it's what, 10 plus 10?
Yep.
Plus 6. Is that what I said? 6.
I think that's what you rolled. Yeah.
I moved. I accidentally bumped my die, and so it's now on a 20. Interestingly enough, maybe it was there.
Okay. So you had a 6 and add. We said it was 10.
Yeah.
All right. So 16 does not hit. He nimbly dodges out of the way.
No, is it? What does 10 plus 10 mean in the breakdown there?
It's a damage of 10, which would be your effect rank, and a plus 10 to whatever your to hit is.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you try to fire at him using your standard action. Are you going to move or try to position yourself anywhere else? Or
Yeah,
do
I'm
an
gonna.
extra effort?
Is there anything? Well, so I've got to move at the beginning and end of my turn. Just as part of my magic, my alien movement.
Yeah, I mean, I get you have moved by action, but you never moved. You just began your turn and shot at him.
Right. So I want to hide, or not hide, but duck, away somewhere.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely enough things in this room that you can kind of get behind different different machinery and whatnot. So you kind of just duck behind something.
Yeah,
And that'll give you a little bit of cover then going
yeah,
forward.
Yeah. Get my stealth on again, or my
It's not enough to go stealthy, like it's some machinery so they can see through it, but you're definitely going to get some cover, some bonuses to each one trying to hit you.
Nice.
All right, and it's actually Knife Guy's turn, and he kind of just like takes off in a sprint running towards you. He comes around the corner and he's going to try to slash at you. But he was just a little too eager, and he slices, and you dodge out of the way, and he hits, and you hear the sound of the knife clanging against this metal machinery. And it sounds like these knives are sharp.
Okay.
But
And he's right close.
Okay, and he's right up on you now. Then the rest of you, because again, Pintar, you're turned away from this. The rest of you see the translucent woman go almost fully translucent and dip and disappear into the ground.
So not only is she translucent, she actually is
incorporeal.
Incorporeal, yeah.
Yeah. And then Slugger, make a will check for me.
Oh boy. One sec.
Actually, sorry, no, it's a dodge check first. I was actually thinking of the wrong ability. So make a dodge check.
Okay, so that's me rolling and adding my dodge to it, right?
Correctamundo.
Yeah, 11 plus 9.
11 plus 9. All right.
For a dirty 20.
So she is gonna hit you.
Uh-oh.
And so now you're gonna want to roll a fortitude check.
Alrighty, rolling a fortitude check.
And who is this? This is the lizard lady?
We'll cover that in just a second.
Okay.
That'll be a 19 plus 12 on the fortitude check.
19 plus 12. You feel you get out of the way just in time as this incorporeal hand suddenly starts trying to make its way forward from behind you, and you feel its fingers become corporeal as it goes like almost through like the side of your upper arm. And you pull away, and you're definitely in pain, but you're not injured.
Stop touching me, you sicko.
And she's gone corporeal behind you at that moment.
Yeah.
All right, and then Equinox, it's your turn.
I want to use my Shadow Bind to try to basically lock down the rock guy.
Lock down the rock guy? Okay, is there a to hit on that?
It's DC 17. It says magical, first degree, hindered, vulnerable, second degree. Okay, immobile, DC 17, alternate resistance, dodge, cumulative.
Okay, so he has to make a dodge check then.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to pull up your character sheet just so I can see it too. All right, so he's going to make a dodge check against a DC 17. He does make that, which means he's going to roll it at half value. So that's going to be so he has to beat a DC of 14 now. That one he does not beat actually, so he is going to be just the first degree, which is
hindered.
Correct, hindered and vulnerable. So he's partially caught. We'll say like one of his legs is caught by this thing.
And then
all right, so that's your standard action.
And then I want to actually that'll be it for now because I have a plan for my next turn.
So you're not going to move? Because right now you're kind of just coming out of the elevator is where you all were. So it's you right now. You and Slugger are coming out of the elevator, and Pintar had gotten behind some machinery where your enemy with the knives attacked him.
Okay, in that case, I will dive behind cover where Pintar is.
Okay, so right in the fray where Pintar is fighting this guy.
Oh, I thought he like got out of that to get okay. Then I'll
No, he got out. He got behind cover, and then the guy followed him.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will go to the opposite direction of where Pintar went.
Okay.
Coming out, and then you have like the open room.
Yeah, you basically went two different directions.
Wherever
right,
he zigged, I'm gonna zag.
Okay, so you're gonna get behind some different cover.
Yeah.
Right then. So that is your turn, and then that brings it to. Let's see here. Slugger and Equinox. What are your dodge plus 10?
That'll be a 19 from me.
All right, and Equinox?
21.
21. Both of you are going to get hit by some turrets that come out of the ceiling.
But of course.
Excuse me?
Yeah, 2 turrets came out of the ceiling, took aim at you, and fired. So you're going to want to roll a toughness check. So
13 toughness. 13 plus 9 is 22.
That'll be
Yes.
a 10. That'll be a 10 plus 11 for me for a 21.
all right, you're both hit with these live rounds, and you're gonna take a -1 to future toughness checks or future damage checks.
Ouch!
Okay.
As these high caliber weapons kind of rip into you.
Shoot.
They got me, Ma.
They got me, Ma.
All right, and then Slugger, it's your turn.
All right. Well, coughing up blood, I guess. He presses the dude out on the side of his head. It starts playing "Smoke on the Water" by Deep Purple.
I'm gonna make that a standard action soon.
Oh yeah, am I not allowed to do
I'm
that?
joking. I'm joking. No, I'm
Okay.
joking.
It's a bonus action, damn you! It senses. It even says it on my sheet.
I'm
I. Is there a? Remind me, is there a disengage? Oh no, that's metagaming. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask that.
There is not
I'm
there is not any kind of oh my gosh, I don't even remember what the term is.
Disadvantage, yeah. Like I know I'm not gonna be like automatically ambushed by her if I sprint at somebody else, am I?
Correct. There is no attack of opportunity. There is none of that.
Okay.
That's the term. What's the where's the hombre with the knives? Where he went for Pintar, right?
So you're still at the elevator. So we'll say you're kind of just staying there. And hombre with the knives is right up in Pintar's face, about like 10 feet to your right.
Okay, I would like to sprint at the gentleman with the hat, and we're gonna go in for that good old grand slam to the ribs.
All right, roll that attack check.
Alrighty.
Moon's over my slammy.
Oh.
That is going to be a 4 on the die, plus 12 on the attack bonus for a 16 with a DC 23.
Gotcha. He sees you just out of the corner of his eye. He sees you coming. He ducks as you like slam your bat against this machinery, and he looks
The
at you and
copy
goes-
machine.
And he goes, "Oh no, Monsieur, that is not how Mr. Mango will be going out."
What was the accent?
Sounds like
That's
some
sort of-
bastardization of like Creole.
See, I was gonna
Yeah,
say like it's
right?
kind of
Okay.
okay, gotcha.
That's good enough. I was saying it was French-esque,
Frenchish, yeah. All right.
Canadian.
Oh,
His
Canadians.
girlfriend's in Canada. You wouldn't know her. Anyway, so all right, so you ran up and attacked him. Are you doing anything else with your turn? Are you gonna do any extra effort to try to move again? Or actually, I think you have move by action in your advantages, don't you?
Oh yeah, I've got move by. I was actually gonna say I'm gonna use the move by action to kind of get side by side with Pintar, so we've at least got a better fighting chance.
Say that again.
I would say I'm going to move beside Pintar, like basically like
Okay, so like
moving to where I'm
2-on-1.
beside him instead of on perpendicular. I guess
Okay.
would be the word. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then that was your turn. At that point, it is the rock guy's turn, who's going to take a moment to try to break free of his bonds. Yeah, it looks like he is going to break free of those.
Boo.
And so he runs up to you, but it took him so long. Sorry, I should clarify. He runs up to you, Equinox, but he took so long trying to break free of the bonds that that's the end of his turn. Is when he gets up to you.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, good.
All right, and we're back at the top of the round with Pintar.
I'm going to
Oh wait,
yes.
I just realized that this is not
Oh,
on you. I just realized
lizards.
I never. Yeah, the chameleon woman is not listed on here.
Does she need to go before?
I you know what? That was my mistake, so I'll let you go, and I'm just gonna roll her into the next round here.
I'm gonna broadcast
Say
into.
well, actually, we'll just make
Yeah.
it real simple. She disappeared from your perspective. You just saw a shimmer as she disappeared into the background.
I'm just gonna say out loud, never trust a lizard with breasts, and then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna transmit to Slugger. I want to grab this guy who's ducking and dodging or whatever, and throw him at a turret.
And the slugger would kind of give some kind of a signal back, like a maybe a thumbs up or something.
I mean, it's telepathic. You can respond mentally back.
Oh
to
yeah,
him.
I suppose
Yeah,
I can. I couldn't remember if I can answer or not.
You can,
I guess,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we also established you can talk to Equinox as well through.
Yeah, you're all connected.
Oh, that's right. It is the
Yeah.
walkie-talkie type of
Yeah.
principle, isn't it?
He's
Cool.
our alien tin can.
Yeah, no, I would. The slugger would answer with a mental affirmative for sure.
Is there anything we can do to combine, or is that waiting for his turn, or like to kind of?
Megazord.
I want to
so
like it. Yeah, yeah.
If you're gonna do something together, well, what are you trying to do? You're trying to like get her held down, or you're both trying, or
I want to
trying to get a hold of him, or
yeah. Here's what I'm suggesting, that we both, like, with our force, combined, physically throw him. Kind of throw up to 300 pounds, and he seems pretty.
Oh yeah,
thin.
I can throw 6 tons 6 feet.
Yeah, so it feels like if I can. Now, is the ceiling low enough? Because we're kind of in the
like a 20-foot ceiling.
Okay, yeah, I want to throw him at the turret, and I share that with the slugger because I want to see if there's anything he can do to assist, if there's an
Yeah.
opportunity there.
Okay.
Just fling this dude into the ceiling.
And I definitely
yeah.
want to throw him right into the shooting turret, so that he either knocks it out or gets a couple little
I gotta check something on my sheet. I'm down to help, but I may have something to add.
Awesome, yeah.
All right, so if you're trying to do something together like that, Pintar, you could delay your movement and in the initiative until Sluggers.
Okay. I will. So wait, does that mean that he'll be able to go before me? Not Slugger, but the Bladesman,
because he was ahead of you.
Okay, I'm gonna if
he was ahead of Slugger, I should say.
Yeah. So I don't want to risk letting him slice and dice us because we're so close. So I'm gonna throw him just myself.
Okay.
And if there's something that Slugger can do, I will, he'll know what the move is, so he can be preparing it or do whatever. But
okay, so then in that case, you're just gonna roll a grab check then.
The grabbing hand. Okay. Where did I look for grab?
I'll let you use unarmed in this case.
Awesome, and that is right. Yeah. Okay, I roll 12. What was that? Unarmed
2.
is 2.
So yeah, he again nimbly dips and dives. I'll say at this point he's actually getting annoyed that you tried to grab him, and he kind of just slices your hand with one of his knives.
Okay.
You're not gonna get hurt by it, but
Okay.
he's just like he's like back off.
I'm gonna be sure to be all right on him for the rest of this thing. Like, yeah.
All right, and at that moment, then Equinox, suddenly you have the rock guy who's right up in your face. Suddenly behind you, you see a slight shimmer out of the corner of your eye as the chameleon woman uncloaks and wraps around you with her tail.
I moan. I mean,
what is your parry plus 10?
20.
All right, that's gonna hit contested strength check. So roll and add strength.
What's my strength? 19.
19. All right, you just successfully dodge out of the way. I'm imagining maybe you brought out 2 of your light daggers and kind of sliced your way to bid her to back off. All right, and that is her turn. It is now Mr. Mangle's turn, who goes to slice at both Pintar and Slugger. What are your parry plus 10s?
19 for me.
19.
Looking for my
And
parry. It is
I think it's 10.
10. Yeah, it's 10. And I'm rolling.
No, it's just
Oh.
that your parry plus 10.
Okay, 20. Yeah.
20. All right. And sorry, what was yours, Slugger?
19.
19. Pintar, you successfully avoid the knife, but Slugger, you do not.
Ow! My
So
flesh.
roll a toughness check.
Rolling a toughness check.
And remember, you have the -1 currently.
That is going to be a 0 plus 11.
Okay, wow. 0 plus 11 is 1 second. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. All right. He gets a couple good slices. Like he goes for one, basically kind of like just working his way up, like 2 to the calf, 2 to the side, 2 to the arm. You're going to take a -1 to future checks again, as well as you are dazed next turn, meaning you can only do a single standard action. You can use that action to move, but you only get that single standard action. And Equinox, you did not have any damage to you yet, did you?
From the turret, I have a.
Oh, right, you had the -1. Okay. All right, cool. And then it is. All right, Slugger, you were dealing with Transparent Lady. And when you look at her, she's wearing this kind of white cloak outfit, and she's got long red hair and green eyes. And she kind of comes over to you in a very nimble, almost acrobatic manner. And right after Mr. Mangle had stabbed at you, she goes to try to punch at you. And your parry plus 10 was 19.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, so you are, I guess, maybe just in your pain. Maybe the adrenaline's running, and you're able to just duck out just out of the nick of time from her blows. And Equinox, it's your turn now.
Perfect, because she's exactly what I wanted to deal with. I'm going to jump out of range of, well, as far as I can, away from Rock Guy and Lizard Lady.
Okay.
And you said she is currently corporeal.
Correct.
Then I want to use my expertise magic / I have the ritualist advantage.
Okay.
And I want to use my shadow to basically put a ring around her to prevent her from going incorporeal. I'm gonna try to make my own like magic against her.
Okay, roll the expertise magic, because that's not ritualist. I think we can make it. Let me double check. I think we can make ritualist work in this case.
I mean, I have artificer use expertise magic to create temporary magical devices.
That may be more accurate to what we're trying to do here. Let me see here. But yeah, roll the expertise magic first.
22.
22. The one thing you can take notice of immediately is that this is not magical, her ability.
Okay. But I mean, I'm magic.
No, I know. I'm just letting you know that you immediately feel that her ability is not giving off any kind of magical energy that you're familiar with. Where? Oh, did I not have Equinox pulled up? Oh, there it is.
But he is magical.
And you said artificer, and then what was the one you originally bring up? Ritualist. Yeah, I will say if you're trying to do kind of a ritual just to like bind her, basically. Basically it's like a power stun essentially, but without the but in this case without the penalty. The one thing I will say is that it's meant to take time, so that this is also oh wait a second. So just that this is going to be it's probably going to be your next turn as well.
Okay. I mean, I prevent her from going all willy-nilly all over the place.
Okay.
I can't say the F word, and you got me saying willy-nilly, so...
Hey, listen, it's not my fault that you're bad at language.
No, I'm really good at it. Just only specific parts.
All right. And so, yeah, describe to me what it looks like when you do this ritual.
Why is like my first thought just Uncle from Jackie Chan Adventures? I find he's out, like... And he has like the little the ritual paper, and like I don't know, that's what I'm picturing, even though that's not at all how it would probably actually work.
I mean, hey, you're doing a ritual, and you've probably studied all kinds of schools of magic.
Oh, you know what? Just for like funsy ha-has, because this wasn't like a not not real mission, but like not a real mission for me. That like I
Right.
have candles, but it's just like a pack of birthday candles in my pocket.
Okay.
Because it said it will be like a full like altar doing like an actual like magic ceremony. But for this, I'll just like light a candle and say whatever prayer. Yeah, one more thing. Magic must defeat magic.
Okay, and I'll also actually give you the option that if you want to, I'll let you do this just this turn and have it fatigue you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
All
take
right.
a little fatigue.
So that means you'll move at half speed then next
A little
turn.
fatigue. I shoot things. I don't need to move.
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
Fatigue.
A little fatigue.
Oh,
Okay, and all right, so you do this little spell, and you see her. Like what I'm imagining is almost like not a
Already
portal, but something kind of like opens up beneath her and swirls around her, and she's like looking at her hands, and she's going, "What have you done?"
That was basically like my idea was like putting like a dog on a chain in the yard, so like it can't get out.
Yeah, but you're not actually stopping her from moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like she looks at you and she can tell like just because you put out all these candles and said some,
happy
some,
birthday to you.
Yeah, you said some magic words and then this happened and she looks at you and goes, "What have you done?"
Made you porial.
All right, and then that's your turn. And then Slugger and Pintar, what are your dodge plus 10s?
10 or 20.
19.
19. Both of you are going to get hit by the turrets as they take aim at the two of you. So
Son
roll
of a
a
bitch.
check.
And so all of my little the toughness stuff is already. I already have like my Celtroxy suit is baked into the.
Correct. Yep,
Okay,
that's baked
gotcha.
into that. I was going to say.
Good.
And don't forget, Slugger, you have a -2 currently with yours.
Yeah, so that'll be a 9 plus 11 minus 2, 4, and 18.
Okay.
What was that again? Ooh, sorry.
You said 18 total, right?
18 total, yeah.
All right, so you're going to take another -1 to your future toughness checks as these shots are just ripping right into you.
Grr.
Like you're used to taking a lot of pain, but this really sucks.
I don't get shot that much.
As I say, even when you took on the police station, you weren't getting this many hits.
No.
What about you, Pintar?
Rolled a 16 with 10 for toughness.
All right, so you successfully, I say you kind of take some of these shots, but you activate maybe some of your telekinetic energy to kind of absorb a bit of it, and so you're not going to take any real penalties going forward. Then, Slugger, it's your turn.
All right, so I am still able to attack, right? I'm only able to take one action.
Right, so you have one action. You can either attack or move, or there is the option to do a charge attack, which takes a -2 to your attack check, or you can still use extra effort because you do have that hero point. Don't forget.
Mr. Mangle is still within melee range, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it was actually I was reminded of this. The Slugger, as this little exchange has gone on, has realized that he knows Mr. Mangle. In fact, he is a hitman from the underground that he has tangled with previously. And he is not happy to see him. And I
Sure.
think I'm going to use that one action to try and kick him in the groin as hard as I can.
Okay.
So
with La Senora, or what are you doing?
Oh no, just like a full like just kick him in the balls and,
All right,
just hard.
roll an unarmed attack check then.
Rolling unarmed. That is going to be a 19 plus a 14 with a DC of 21.
That hits.
That is.
DC of 21. Yeah, you kick him. He is he goes, "Oh." But immediately gets back up and starts like you're pulling away too fast, and he starts trying to like slice at you just like out of a rage.
Wow. Oh gosh, he got kicked in the privates and he's raging. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I will not.
Are you doing anything else then with your turn, Slugger?
I am not able to take my my move by because I'm dazed, right?
Correct.
Okay, no, then I think I'm just kind of wary, kind of on guard.
Okay. Meanwhile, you've been so focused on this ritual, Equinox, that the rock guy just runs up and
Oh,
basically takes
shit.
2 hands above his head and goes to slam down on you.
And
You said your dodge plus 10 is 20, or your
My
parry
dodge
plus
plus-
10.
my parry plus 10 is 20. But
That's gonna hit.
I have my mother shield power. Can I power stunt it that it senses that that's about to happen and interrupt my ritual, and it like
If you interrupt your
overpowers?
ritual, it's going to bring Emily back into her.
well no
It's
that's
gonna
what I'm saying
interrupt
is can because it's shield that I have is from my mother, and she's
Right, that's
the
already
whole thing-
taken into account with
I
your.
I
Okay,
know.
okay.
But the whole thing is that she's sensing that, so she's going to like protect me while that's going on when I'm
If you want to power stunt that,
that's what I said, power stunt.
I'll do that. It's gonna get you like a little bonus. I'll say I'll give you like a +1 bonus to your toughness on that then, because it's not gonna help you with moving at all, because you're kind of stuck in place doing this ritual.
Okay, so then that makes it a 21.
For your
My parry plus 10.
no. I'm saying it's not gonna change your parry. It's gonna give you a +1 to your toughness.
Oh,
So you
okay.
basically get rid of that damage that you have right now in this toughness check.
Okay,
Do you want to do that?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying she can't move you because the problem is that you're standing still, but she
Yeah.
can help you with like defending you.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to lose my concentration on this spell.
Right. I mean, even if it hits, it's not going to break your concentration.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your well? So wait, no, that hits. So roll a toughness check, and instead of just you had a -1, you can just ignore that then.
Okay. That is going to be, what is it? 16 plus 25.
Meets it, beats it. So
thank God.
yeah, you take this slam to the back from these 4 rock arms, but you are just laser focused on keeping this ritual, on completing this ritual.
Thanks, Mama Dukes.
And so, and you feel like you feel her warm embrace go around you as that shield goes up, and again, it hurts, but you're not going to get any additional damage from it. Pintar, it's your turn then at the top of the round.
Okay, so we've got knife guy is taking a bunch of swings at Slugger, kind of
Correct. Yeah, he's
furiously. Yeah.
he's not really paying attention to you right now because he just got kicked in the nuts. He's not thrilled about it.
Right. and then how far away is the Poriel?
They're both about, I'll say they're he's Mr. Mangle's right up in your face, and she's about maybe 6 feet from you. So like
Okay, well I'll aim for our friend, what was his name, Mr. Magoo?
Mr. Mangle.
Mr. Mang, yeah, Mr. Mangoes. I'm going to aim for his mangoes with my blaster rifle, and
Not all the nut shots to the assassin.
hey, I'm just following a trend.
He's got a
All right.
knife.
Roll your attack check.
Woo! Sorry. Okay, so my attack, I rolled 12,
Okay.
and what am I
Your
rolling?
rifle, I believe that was +10.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so that's 22. So that hits. What's the DC on that?
DC is 25.
25. Boom! He takes another hit to the gonads.
To the third nut.
To the
I don't
third
know.
nut? What?
The third
I don't know. You see a lizard with boobs, you just kind of go. You start
I'm gonna start assuming that all the genetics are
Why are
wacky
you so
here.
stuck on lizard tits right now?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm all about the nuts right now.
Pintar, he's in character.
Right.
All right, so he
You have
takes
an
another hit.
18-inch long butt crack, but lizard tits is that's the line.
Hey, I was born this way.
All right, anything else, Pintar?
Shouldn't have been.
I'm gonna shoot Equinox. No, I'm kidding. I could do something. I've got a couple hero points. I'm gonna sit on them for a minute.
All right. Everyone roll a perception check.
Ew.
Why is it the perception checks that I shit the bed on? I've got 1, 2, and now 3.
You
Yeah,
just had to clear the pipes first before you
suck
could.
at paying attention.
Apparently,
Your character has ADHD.
That's gonna be a 14 from me, DM.
14, okay.
11.
11.
14 plus my perception is 20. Oh wait, 19, 20. I think I said 23. What is my? Sorry, I had it all
Okay.
counted up and I lost 8
I'll
plus
say
8.
that that Slugger and Pintar are close enough and paying close enough attention to your various enemies that you hear from their intercoms. You hear, Madam Malthe, make your way back to the ship. Make sure it's defended.
Madam who?
Madam Malthe is the name that you hear.
Do we know? Yeah, do I know by my psychic abilities that who that
actually,
is?
yeah. Since you have telepathy, you'll be able to also know that, and also with your higher roll, that is the lizard woman.
Got you.
Who then immediately takes off in a sprint, and kind of as she's running goes, and then goes like disappears into the background.
Whoa. Is she still in the room? Can I sense her in the room, or is she?
You can sense her in the room, but something about this is kind of throwing you off from getting a direct lock on her like you did before. She is truly camouflaged.
Something's going on. I'm gonna clue in Equinox if Equinox can hear me, or I'm not sure how
I don't
focused.
think. I was gonna say I don't know. I say it depends on. I'll say he's not that. Well, then again, he rolled pretty bad, so maybe he's just so focused on this ritual that he can't really pay attention to anything else right now.
Okay.
Also, because he got smashed in the back about it. So
Yeah, because I'm trying to focus so hard. You try to talk to me mentally, and my mom was like, "Shh."
And then are the others?
She's a spirit that's with you. She's not in your head.
What did
Yeah, she turns to him, not me. She's like, "Shh."
For what is his name? Admiral Nuts, that guy.
Wait, you mean Mr. Mangle, the one that?
Yes, that guy. Yeah. What's going on with him? What happened?
He's gotten hit in the nuts twice, and he's kind of just lashing out at everybody right now.
He's really upset about it. Yeah. Okay.
He's just in shock. He's not.
Yeah, the adrenaline's gonna kick down. He's gonna keel over.
Right. Exactly. My fourth nut. Is there any what are the other two doing? We got
Rock Guy just smashed all four arms onto Equinox's back. The incorporeal woman is currently corporeal due to the ritual. So she's kind of just looking like she's in a defensive stance. And then Mr. Mangle you saw, and Madame Malthe disappeared.
Gotcha. I just wasn't sure if they're still holding ground. She's the only one that's left.
Correct.
Okay. To the Milky Way, I presume. Are we going to? What are we doing? Is it?
Well, it was your turn, and now it's actually
Okay.
Mr. Mangle's turn now. So Mr. Mangle goes to slice at you and Slugger again. It's gonna miss you, but hit Slugger again.
Slugger.
Unless you have interpose, Pintar.
I do
think so,
not.
though.
No.
I do, but I'm in the middle of this ritual, so sorry, champ.
Wait, hold
roll
on. I do. I believe I have a thing. Oh, never mind. That is not a thing.
I'll say interpose would only help for one of them to take your hit for you. So you're gonna want to roll your toughness check. And with that -3.
Well, cool. That's gonna be a nat 20 plus an 11 -3.
Get boned.
Mhm.
Mr. Mangles like stabs you like in the hip. And you are just like nonplussed about it. Like he just must have hit the right fleshy bit that you don't even feel it. And you turn away from him and you actually take his knife away. Well, you take one of the knives away.
Keeps it in your
Oh
Yeah.
my God! It's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where like the girl tackles Brad Pitt and he gets up, he's looking at the knife in his leg, he goes, "Whoa!"
All right, so you are fine for that one then.
Well, that's gonna make him cranky too.
Oh boy, great.
Let me see here.
How many? Does he have 2 knives left? Do you have 3?
Well, he seems to have he also has knives on his holsters, so this is not really.
He's just lousy with knives.
He would,
Yeah.
the bastard.
All right, and then Wraith actually looks at you, Equinox, the formerly translucent woman, looks at you, sees what you're doing, and with Rock Guy being right behind you, takes a running leap, and goes to kick you in the chest.
Oh,
What's your parry plus 10?
Is it my parry or my dodge? My 20.
20. Yep, that's gonna hit. So roll a toughness check. She's corporeal, not incapacitated.
15.
15. Ooh. Let's see here. And was that including your -1 that you already had?
14.
14. Let's see. So you're gonna take another -1, and you are dazed next turn.
Oh, that's half speed.
Correct. Oh, right. No, sorry. Dazed is you're fatigued, which gets you the half speed. Dazed is a single standard action next turn. It's your only move.
Okay.
All right. It is your turn, actually, then.
Is she okay? So she's still corporeal. I
Correct.
have to just keep. I'm gonna yell. Somebody deal with her because like I can't do anything. I'm keeping her corporeal.
Well, we already determined that your ritual's done. Remember, you power studded so that you fatigued, and it's set.
Oh, I thought I had to keep doing it.
No. It was just.
Oh,
Well, so
I point blank arrow right at her.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Oh yeah. Okay. That is gonna be plus 10. It'll be a 19.
19. That's gonna hit DC.
25.
Okay.
Thank God for this plus 10 to the bow because my rolls have been ass.
Oh, no, wait, no. All right. Yeah, she takes an arrow straight to the shoulder, and you see blood just going all over her white cloaky outfit.
I'm sure you can shout that out.
And she gives you a dirty glare when you say that.
Oh, about as dirty as your outfit.
Because all the blood.
Your blood.
And then, are you doing anything? Oh, right, no, you're dazed and fatigued, so you can't do anything else unless you're gonna extra effort. You have a hero point.
Didn't I use that?
Oh, right, you did so that you could. Never mind, I didn't mark it off, but yeah, you did so that you could do that in one turn.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. All right, is that everything then, Equinox?
Yes.
All right. Slugger, 2 more shots from these turrets begin to focus on you once they realize they're becoming more successful. So you're going to want to roll 2 toughness checks.
Is he in a bad way? Like, I mean, are we?
It's looking rough depending on how these 2 next ones go.
That's going to be a 14 plus 11 and a 17 plus 11.
Okay, and so actually you take these shots and you're bleeding a lot, but you're standing strong without any additional damage taken.
Okay.
But you're watching a lot of shots and just various things rip into your buddy. His new leather duster looking real rough.
I was gonna say my coat.
It's your turn then, Slugger.
My turn. If Mr. Mischief or whatever is still right there, I think I'm done screwing around with him. It's time to give him the good old fashioned overhand bonk with La Senora. So that is going to be that's gonna be a 16 plus a 12
That hits.
with a DC of 23.
23.
Yeah.
What does it look like when you take him out?
Nice.
I'm just gonna smack him over the head and smash the hat down over his eyes.
Right, he's wearing a big top hat and just smashes it down on his head, and then you see just a little trickle of blood coming out from his forehead.
Just anime style.
Yeah, and then he falls on the ground, knives splayed out.
Yeah. I just kind of give him.
You're breathing heavy.
I just kind of give him a little kick.
All right,
bleeding from every new orifice that's been stabbed and shot into me.
What a rough day.
What a nice bonus.
All right, and with that, Mr. Mango is knocked out.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I think seeing that though, Rock Guy has decided to finally change his target and runs over to Slugger.
Oh, good.
Right. And he's gonna hit you. You're gonna want to roll a toughness check.
Holy shit.
So say, hey, Slugger's the tough guy. He's the Wolverine. He
takes a slugging and keeps on slugging.
He's Colossus. So yeah, roll that toughness check.
It's gonna be an 11 plus 11 minus what? 3 at this point.
Correct. So 19.
19.
And so that is going to be another -1, and you are going to continue to be dazed.
Good God.
Great.
All right. And then we're back at the top of the round with Pintar.
And so I guess Captain Fisty Buns is he's real close to me, the rock guy.
Yeah, he came closer to you than when he targeted Slugger.
Okay.
Right now,
yeah,
in terms of like the general layout, it is Equinox off on his own next to Ghost Lady, and then Slugger and Rock Guy. You don't see Chameleon Woman, and then you.
all right. So the milkmaid is not visible. I can go for what? Can I use my
Milkmaid.
You even got her name. It's Madame Mulpe.
Madam Malted Milk Ball or whatever? Is is the? Can I use my knowledge of alien expertise rather to? Is there anything I know about like weakness as far as this?
You know what? You rolled that earlier. I'll say that you know that their joints are their weakest part.
I would imagine.
So I'll give you a +2 to attacking, trying to target those.
Yeah,
targets.
I'm gonna do that. And so it joints where each arm is connected, or is there like are they connected in one joint, or like?
I mean, no. It's like I'm just saying, like you're targeting in general, but
Okay,
there's not really a called shot in this. So
Then I'm going for the nuts. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot the rock guy.
not all 8 nuts.
Not all 8.
Wow.
Like a Krogan.
Somebody's a milkmaid. I'm gonna go ahead and use my pistol.
Okay,
I don't know what I'm saying.
you're gonna get a +2 to that, and I'm regretting giving that to you already.
Oh shoot! Hold on. I had to roll again.
Was that like a bad roll when you're using your hero points?
Well, I rolled and it sat on my wires and was a 20.
Okay.
So I re-rolled and it's a 19. I should take a
Alright.
picture of these to prove.
I'll trust you. So 19 plus what? I don't know. What am I asking? You hit.
Yeah.
What's the DC on that?
The DC is hold, please. Please hold.
You do also have power attack. Just a reminder. that
25.
You
Oh,
can take a negative to hit to increase the damage.
well then I'd like to do that.
All right, you can go up to 5. How much would you like to do?
5.
All right. So what does that bring your to hit down to?
I have
total
to.
is -5.
So it's hold on. It was 19 then plus my what am I doing? The
I think the Celtroxy rifle, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm going back to my so that would be 10.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's
15 plus 10 or 14 plus 10.
14 plus 10, yeah. So
All right, so that's
24.
going to hit. And what's the DC when you add 5 to it?
30.
30. Oh, that just went way off around the corner. Ooh, okay. 1 second. All right. So you see, I think you target like all 4 shoulder joints, and he screams out in pain. As you see, like a lot of rock chip away, like you can see a bit of bone in each joint now under the rock layers. And he looks real injured by this, and looks frankly scared.
I'm gonna say it's not too late. You can join us.
Roll a persuasion check.
I think I will. Oh, jeez, that was a 1 straight up. Sorry.
Okay, so no, you're not gonna persuade this guy. He
Come
looks
on,
scared.
buddy.
He looks scared of you, not scared like, oh, I should join up with this guy.
Darn it.
All right, so then it is. Let's see. Interesting. It is Ghost Lady's turn, and she runs up to you, Equinox, and goes to punch you again. And she misses real bad. And so then it is your turn, actually. Equinox.
I am going to. Okay, I can only do one thing.
Correct.
You said I.
So
Okay,
true. So true.
Actually, since Homegirl is corporeal because I finished it and then she's injured, I want to use my shadow bind and basically tie her up and like hold her to the ground.
Roll to hit.
Isn't that she just has to do a?
Let me. Oh wait, no, it's a dodge. Yeah, you have to do a dodge check.
check.
What's the dodge DC? 17, I think.
17.
Okay.
She's corporealized and stabbed. She should get a -1 at least.
So she is able to nimbly get out of the way because she has every
Her
time
name
she's been
ain't
moving.
Jack.
Every time she's been moving, she has a bit of like an acrobatics quality to her.
Prancer, little bitch.
All right, and then so that was your turn, and Slugger, make 2 more toughness checks for
My
the
God.
turrets.
God, you're fucking cruel to me.
Oh, haha! You did too. That was number 2.
Oh, all right. Well, I never said one, so I'm just gonna keep it that way.
It was sort of under my breath. It doesn't count.
Oh, sure.
You were really loud about them.
You
I got a nat 20 on one. I got a 9 on the other. So that'll pardon me. I think what am I at now for the
a
negative?
negative 4.
God, rude. Okay, so that'll be a 16 plus an 11 on the one, and a 5 plus 11 on the other.
Wait, sorry, 5 plus 11.
Yeah, or this, yeah.
You're gonna take another -1, and you are once again dazed.
Fantastic.
Okay. Oh, right, and not that. I have to fix that. The big rock guy runs up to you, Pintar, and goes, "Brayprox will not be intimidated," and goes to hit at you. What's your parry plus 10?
My parry plus 10 is, let me talk really slow while I get 20. I knew that.
All right, that's going to hit. Roll a toughness check.
Son of a 13, toughness 10. So yeah, 23.
23. You're going to take a -1 then as he slams his two of his fists down on you.
Damn it.
And you're also going to get a hero point that is usable next turn.
Awesome. So I'm sitting on 3 now.
Correct. Actually, now it is your turn.
Yeah, I was going to. I'm wondering, do I know how badly Slugger's doing? Like, in a
you can tell that at this point he is just getting wailed on by these turrets. You know that they are causing him some immense pain at this point.
So my cloak is it's just activated by wearing it. It's removable. And I'm wondering if I can move to sort of like sling the cloak around him and cover him up and shove him, so then he kind of is concealed as he flies off into the out of the range of everybody.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Nice. Okay, I do that, and
all right, and then he is concealed.
Nice.
Slugger. Now, tell me when you're inside of this. I imagine it's like invisibility cloak style. Like you can tell you're in something. You can see your surroundings. And, you can tell that you are invisible to others. So yeah, so you're in that. Let me just mark that you are invisible. And let me see here. Okay, and then if that's your turn.
So did I need to expend a hero point on that, or can I do the hero point and then take the turn? Or
you can do that without spending a hero point. If you want to spend a hero point to get additional actions, you can.
Then I'll spend a hero point to take my turn.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to use. Okay, who do we got? It's
you've got Brayprox, Braypox, who just revealed his name, the rock guy. You've got Ghost Lady, and then the turrets. Those are the only things in your area currently.
I'm going to. So if I aim for the turrets to try to shut one of them down, is that? Can I use like my knowledge of technology to sort of dismantle it, or
you definitely are. As I say, it's not your knowledge of technology. I'll say if you spend 2 of your hero points, one to get this extra action, and the other to let you shoot it both at once.
That would leave me with 1 left.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
All right, let's roll it.
It hit the floor.
That doesn't help you.
1 second, because it's way under there. All right, so I'm gonna roll, and I roll a Am I rolling twice?
I'm just gonna have you roll once.
16.
16. All right. And what's the DC?
The DC is 25.
Boom. These two, you just take aim and take out these two turrets.
Nice, satisfying.
All right. Excellent. And so that is your turn. You're down to 1 hero point then. Nope, not 13 hero points.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. And with that, let me just see here. Okay. And it's really just a fist fight and an arrow / knife fight between Ghost Lady and Equinox in a way. She goes to throw hands at you again because she's just really mad at you.
You dirty little bitch.
That one's gonna hit. Roll a toughness check.
21.
21. You're gonna take another -1.
Okay.
You got hands. It's your turn.
So she's close enough to hit me.
Correct.
I'm gonna try to stab her in the gut with a light blade.
Okay, roll that attack check.
Another 21.
That hits. What's the DC?
26. I think that one has the highest DC of all my things. I'm gonna do that one.
26, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you catch her right in the gut. And she looks pretty messed up about it.
Oh.
Like she looks like another really good hit, and she'd be down for the count.
Damn.
Are you gonna? Are you? I say you don't have any hero
You know what,
points, so.
No.
Oh, but
I
if you want
don't,
an extra
but-
effort, though.
But I'm gonna extra effort. Can I?
Come on, buddy. What are you doing?
You're really milking this moment.
Yeah, I want to get rid of her, and I got to figure out what's the best way to do it.
All right, I'm about to pull out the hourglass.
Give her the chair.
Get rid of the chair. Okay, in that case, I stabbed her in the gut. Then I'm going to also stab her in the back.
All right, roll another attack check.
Just right in the middle.
Oh wow. Okay.
You're just gonna treat her like Dewey from Scream 5.
Oh, too soon. Okay, 13, and then was it 9 is 22 with a 26 DC.
That hits 26 DC, and
I'm gonna have so many minuses. I'm gonna start calling me Slugger. It counts even if it's not verbal.
all right, that one was not as good of a hit. Like
Ow.
she in her pain, but she looks very hurt by it, but not as
Like emotionally wounded. Like
yeah, she looks emotionally wounded. She's not, also she's just not used to fighting like this, I don't think. All right, and then it is Slugger's turn.
Alrighty. So I'm under this cloak of invisibility.
Correct.
I am dazed.
You do run the risk of revealing yourself if you actually try to attack someone. But the turrets were destroyed.
I believe I should at this point be getting 2 points of regeneration. Because I get knocked down, but I get up again.
I say we have gotten quite a
Hey.
few. We've
Please
gone
tell me
quite a
it's
few
called
rounds now,
Chumbawamba.
so I think that's going to take you down to -4 again. Right, 2 points of regeneration should be like how much? Does it say how much damage per rank?
This is 2 PP. I thought I was
Every 5 rounds you heal 1 damage. So we definitely gone at least 5 rounds worth, but I would say we definitely have not gone 10 rounds worth.
Oh no, okay, I get you now. Okay,
Yeah.
I misunderstood those. Okay, doke.
All right, so yeah, you're down to -4 now.
I'm down to -4. All right. Oh yeah, that's right, because I did take damage last round. As far as what I've got available to me, I think
Right now you've got 2 enemies left. You've got Braypox, the big rock guy who's really hurt, and you've got Ghost Lady who's really hurt.
I think from under cover of invisibility, I'm going to throw a shuriken at Braypox's eyes. Just go straight for his face.
Interesting. Okay, roll an attack check.
Yep. Alrighty, that is going to be an 8 on the die plus plus 19
That
for
hits.
the
What's
Wow.
the DC?
DC 16.
Sure, you can.
Okay. And I think you catch him in the eyes. He looks very pained by this. You catch him in one eye, right? Because it's a single shuriken.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say partially blind. I'm just gonna say blinded. We'll say he's closing his other eye because he's in pain. All right. And he goes to take a blind swing at you, Pintar,
Of
and he
course.
misses by a large amount. He goes, Braypox angry. Braypox sad.
Wah.
And it's Pintar's turn.
I'm going to. I'm really going to try this time. To really do it, I want to convince him to stop fighting and to join us.
Oh God, again. Okay.
Well, I want to know where they're going and what's going on with the ship. He doesn't sound particularly intelligent, but he's at least got one eye that he can, lead us to wherever they're going.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so I'm rolling. Am I intimidating him? What am I doing?
I would say you're trying to persuade him by your description, but
It feels like I'm actually trying to deceive him into believing that.
sure.
I rolled a
Right.
16,
God damn it, Squire.
a 16 plus 12 deception.
what was the total?
It would be 27.
And he goes, Braypox not want to fight anymore.
That's right.
And what do you ask him?
I say, all right, so relax. And where did the lizard lady go?
And he goes, she went, they told her to go to the ship, and he points.
Oh, yeah.
He points to the direction of like you're at the one corner. He points to the other corner, like down this like right wall. No, go on.
I was gonna say, is she going to your ship or is she going to my ship?
Your ship. We don't have a ship, or they don't, or humans don't have ships.
Okay.
When you say your ship, did you mean his ship?
I mean, yeah, like how they ever they got here, whatever sort of.
He didn't understand what you meant by that. He definitely thought you were saying like your as in this organization.
I get you. Yeah, no. So I'm asking you, Brappox, are you able? Did you come here on a ship? Is she running to the conveyance that brought you here, or is she going to my ship?
She's going to your ship. My ship is, and then the bracelet on his arm.
Oh, I knew this was gonna happen.
And he just starts to like writhe on the ground, and he goes unconscious.
Oh, poor guy.
Well, he served us well.
And then that is that was your turn then, Pintar. Unless you're doing something else with that.
I know, just sharing the information and saying this GTFO. I mean, we still have a hologram, right?
Yeah, you still have the non-incorporeal lady.
Mm.
And then it's actually 1 second.
Nice.
It's her turn, and she spends her turn. She starts kicking at all of your ritual stuff on the ground.
Rude as hell.
That's rude.
And it looks like you can see she's
That's
kind of
hate
shimmering, like it might actually be doing something. And then it is your turn.
I've been imagining that I'm like kind of not like laying prone on the ground, but that like I'm, because I mean I got my shit rocked. So I didn't feel like I've been like standing and stabbing her. I feel like I've been kind of like going up.
Yeah.
So from my like lower position, I want to shoot her with my bow. And,
Okay. Roll that attack
make
check.
her stop. That is going to be it's not great. 17.
So yeah, that actually misses. Slugger, it is your turn then.
All right. We
And
just
your
have.
daze is gone now.
Oh, my daze is gone. Very nice.
Mhm.
Very nice. What's my distance from
Within 10 feet.
within 10 feet?
Yeah, you're really close to each other.
Yeah, I think I'm if I move, I've still got the invisibility and such, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I think I'm going to move while invisible and give her a bonk. Sorry, y'all, I'm flagging fast here.
It's all good. Yeah, roll for the attack, and I'll give you a +2 to hit.
Alrighty. That'll be 18 plus the 2, and that'll be plus 12 on the attack bonus, DC 23.
All right, she does not see this hit coming as you wallop down on her head, and she just goes sprawled on the ground.
Take that.
Just a bunch of light knife wounds and a big bonk to the head. And you hear over the intercoms, "Wraith, come in."
Incorporeal my ass.
Is what's the rock guy doing now? Is he like still being electrocuted, or is he,
He's unconscious. The electricity stopped, but he went unconscious.
I thought he'd be a little bolder. I'm gonna go ahead and try
Oh my god.
All right, so that is all of your enemies. A couple of you are a little messed up.
Yeah.
You do not see Madame Malthe in your immediate vicinity.
Oh, a little messed up.
Yeah. Can I grab the communicator or speak into it or speak near it? I want the general
It's
to
like an earpiece, so you could grab it.
pop it out, and
Sure.
I'm not going to put it in my ear, but I'm going to hold it up so just in case.
Sure.
Thank you, Squire. That was for you. I'm going to say, General, your plans are not working out.
God damn it!
He has already, well and truly.
And the line cuts out.
All right, let's go to the ship. We'll head in the direction that the rock guy pointed.
I give him a little pat and poor you as we walk by.
Who, me or the rock guy?
Rock guy.
Because I've had a hard time. I've been
And
looking for a ship
as
for a
you
while.
get
You a little pat on the back too.
As you
Thank
get
you.
to the area that Braypox pointed towards, you see your ship. It's a rather traditional-looking UFO with a little tiny cockpit on the top, and some thrusters towards the back, and kind of just a circular oval-like shape. And as you approach it, suddenly Pintar, you're tackled by Madame Malthe, and you hear her whispering in your ear, "I have set C4 around the ship. They have ordered me to detonate it. Get this thing off my wrist, and I will leave with you."
All right.
And she's like fake fighting with you on the ground, waiting for you.
And I'm gonna kind of play into it a little bit, but I'm gonna use my psychic powers to make sure they know this as well, so that they don't come in and that they can fake it or look like oh no. So I have technology. Can I? I remember we had these on before. I was able to do something
I'll let
to
you
it.
roll a technology check about it, and I'll say, since you filled in Slugger, I say if he wants to aid with that, he can.
Yeah, I could
Just
do
looks like
that.
you're both teaming up on her or something.
Nice. Is Slugger still invisible?
Oh, he is currently, so he'd have to reveal himself.
Oh,
I could cast off the cloak if there's no longer being shot.
Yeah, there's no turrets. There's no turrets currently
Death
shooting
by
at you.
Yeah.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts. So yeah, you both roll technology checks. Let me know how it turns out.
I roll a fart.
I rolled a 10 plus a 9 for a 19.
13
All right.
plus a 5.
I will say that you both have hero points. Well, wait, what was your 13? So you would not roll
Plus
any better. But
plus a 5 is that.
yes, 13
gotcha.
plus 5. I'm just saying that theoretically, Slugger, if you use your hero point to reroll, you could get higher.
I think I'm gonna
at the
save
end
that
here,
hero
use 'em.
point for if something else is.
This is literally the end game.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll use.
We're wrapping up here. I'm saying.
I'll use
When I'm
I'll
on
use
the
the hero
beach and I need a cocktail, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll use
So roll your attack check then, or reroll. I mean, and let me know what the roll was.
That is going to be a 7.
7. So you're going to add 10 to that, and then also add, because if you roll below 10, you get an extra 10 added.
I love this game.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. So give me those numbers one
I
more
hope
time.
so.
7 plus 10 plus your modifier.
7 plus 10 plus 9.
All right. Yeah, I think between the lot of you, not only are you able to do this, you're able to do it while looking like you're still fighting, and you get this thing disabled and off her wrist.
All right. So I'm going to speak to her, into her mind and say, all right, let's get to the ship.
All right, and they all follow you because you're really the one. And as you approach it, basically there's like a hand panel that you put your hand on, and it immediately opens up.
And I'm gonna shudder. Oh, I've missed you, and get on the ship. And
Yeah, and then there's a layer of kind of dust surrounding everything, but you're able to get on all of the doodads. Click on, just the muscle memory is just kicking back in, and you just missed it so much as the ship like powers up. And then you realize that you are currently locked in, but you've got a couple of blasters on the front of this thing that you could theoretically blast through the ceiling and get out of here with.
So anyways,
well,
I start
if I had more of an FU budget, I seem to be in a deficit here. I'm going to I'll just say mother huggers, and I'm just gonna shoot my way out of here.
Yeah, and you shoot the ceiling out, and a bunch of like the mechs and the guys from up in the floor above you fall through the ceiling as you take off into the sky, into the night, far and away.
Yippee-ki-yay!
And you get into an orbit for a moment around the Earth.
Oh no!
And you're just kind of looking over as clouds and sun, and just everything looks so different from this high up, of course.
It's been a while, yeah.
And just for a brief moment on this December night, you see what looks to be a sleigh pulled by reindeer going by you.
What
in the sky?
world?
Not confirmed. Santa.
I'm gonna shoot it.
I'm gonna shoot it.
You miss the sleigh,
But you hit Blitzen.
You missed the sleigh entirely. But moments later, you see the figure in the sleigh wind up and throw, and a bunch of coal hits the windshield of your ship.
How rude! And I'm gonna turn to the lizard woman and say, "Have you ever had Seltrock sea cookies and milk?"
And I imagine that you land them onto the ground.
I gland them.
Land them onto the ground. And you're able to meet back up with the Josh Goldberg craft, who's able to take Slugger and Equinox off your hands, and you get one moment. I guess you get a little moment to say a final goodbye to your Earthling friends.
Well, friends, I do appreciate you and all your many forms and all of your many glands that don't express milk, but I don't. Anyway, thank you for all of your help. I do appreciate it. It is it's quite a Merry Christmas, is it not?
For sure. I can't say it's been a good time when we're together, but at least it's an exciting time.
The slugger looks at this one of the strangest traveling companions he's ever had, reaches out and they shake appendages briefly. Hopefully it's the right ones.
No, it's the wrong one.
And he says it's been real, spaceman. Don't be a stranger now. Come back and see us. Although if I were to advise you, don't come back. Don't come back.
Yeah. I'm gonna point to the ship and say I could give you a lift somewhere.
You see Josh Goldberg, who looks very happy, and he says, "And about our arrangement, Mr. Pintar."
Yes, that, and I'm going to shoot him.
Oh,
no, you're not. He has information I need.
I'm going to take my gun at him. I can't. I don't think I know what the arrangement is. I mean, I think I may know, but I don't know.
The arrangement was basically that you would reveal some of the technological secrets. Not everything.
Come with me. Let's get on board, and I have so many things to show you.
And then you just take him into space.
I'm gonna take him.
Well, he just I was like basically like he just wants to come in with like a scanning device into the ship.
Absolutely, do come into the ship.
And he goes in, he scans a little bit.
And I shut the door and we fly off. Just kidding. That's what I was gonna. Can I take him with? I want a pet. So I can say
Equinox will you'll make an enemy of Equinox, but
I prefer Equinox to join us.
So
loose ends, I guess.
So he goes in, he does his little scans. He says, "Well, then our business is concluded, and I wish you goodwill. I wish you well on your journey home.
I hope I never see you again."
Likewise.
Yeah. I mean, not without some friends. And then I'm just gonna jet.
All right, and we watch as your ship takes off into the sky. Slugger and Equinox Slugger, he offers to give you a ride back to wherever you're looking to head next. And Equinox, he says when you get back to his facility in Sunset Beach, that he'll provide some information and then some transport for you.
I guess if I am catching a lift with my buddy, I am going to fly in an alien spaceship all the way back to Highwind. I suppose that story picks up a
sometime
little
later.
from now.
We'll say.
Yeah.
All right, and so as we fade out into the evening, we just watch as Pintar's ship takes off further and further out of the solar system into the Milky Way galaxy.
Finally.
And we wish you all a good night.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year's.
Am I not going to get the information?
Not in this episode.
Not yet.
Yeah, we said you're gonna get it.
No, I killed the guy. He's on board the ship. I'm taking him out of space. Like he's gone.
Yeah, you ejected him in orbit.
Out of the airlock.
Skipping across the atmosphere.
Just this frozen corpse spinning in the...
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Redacted Rangers.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
Right?
A little R&R.
A little R&R.
I believe I'd like to nominate Squire for a hero point. Pretty hilarious.
Yeah, Squire had some primo chatting going on.
Primo chatting.
Yeah.
I've been very much enjoying the chat this evening.
Yeah.
As have I. All right, just a real quick. Let's give everybody a chance to say what they're up to. Let's start with Jordan real quick.
Oh, what I'm up to as in me personally?
Anything you want to promote before we finish out for the night?
I got nothing really to promote at the moment other than husband and I run a damn fine D&D campaign, and there's always room at the table, and we are working to make our game as online accessible as possible with things like Foundry and Discord and Incarnate. So we are always down to.
I'm sure if there are any links to share, we'll include them on the Masks and Mayhem website once they're live. Dan?
Other than this, I just do some Twitch streaming. Currently in the middle of a playthrough of the game Grounded. You can catch me at Thrashin'.
Dropping that link in the chat.
Yeah, that'll be exactly
all right.
there.
And Troy?
You can find me on the YouTubes. Once you head over there, it's YouTube / at Green Ronin. And if you also make sure you check out our sale, this is the last day. If you spend $60 on a domestic order, you can get free shipping. So this is it. If you don't order it today, it'll be late for your holiday gift giving. But check out the sale. And tomorrow night we have another actual play that is happening over on our channel. Our CEO will be joining us, and you're one of the youth and
of Titan City.
That's right. We're just about to go and get deep into an investigation. We're on the hot on the trail of a young dragonling that was found and is now escaped. So that's what we're doing. Check in tomorrow at
7 Eastern, I believe.
7 Eastern. Thank you. Yeah. So check it out.
All right.
And thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. Thank you all for joining us. And as mentioned, you can, of course, subscribe to the channel you're watching on. You can check links down in the description or in the chat. And you can find everything we do at masksandmayhem.com. Once again, happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Happy holidays.